Fired up. Yeah, it's morning. All right, Decker here with you. Good morning, Las Vegas. We got the whole crew up here. Ben Hoss with me, Mike Tix, Greg Elzer. They call him Skinny. And we're going to have a great morning today. Today we're watching The Losers. It's your last chance to make this feature for tonight. Tonight we're going to be watching 2 features paying $30,000 each. Second place, $15,000 and $7,500 for third place. And it's not just one team. 2 teams taking 30, 2 teams taking 15, 2 teams taking $7,500 home tonight. Pretty exciting. So everyone trying to make that big dance tonight. How this worked, the brackets worked this week, is you had to win 2 times to get into the big dance. This morning we're going to watch the teams that have not won 2 times. This is their last shot. Stuff's going to be junk. You guys were in the pits back there. A lot of stuff. Last night they let them work 2 hours after the Derby, which I thought was a great idea.
Yep.
Yeah, that was a great change.
A lot of work got done in that 2 hours.
Yes.
And this morning they were up early trying to crack right now for this morning show. After this, we're going to take a break, and they're going to have some time to fix their cars again to get into the feature for tonight. We want to give them as much time as possible because, again, this is $30,000 is really, you know, these guys are fighting for it. It means a lot, and they want to make sure it's the best show possible for tonight. So we're going to have some fireworks tonight. There's a lot of cool things planned for the final show tonight. So if you're here with us now, make sure you stick with us later tonight. So, guys, in the pits, some stuff's nice. A lot of stuff is junk.
There's a lot of stuff in this loser brackets coming out that's nice and straight. Beautifully straight. And if this track is holds up the way it looks, and it was holding up, it was getting better last night, and I think it's going to be even better yet today. That it's going to be a good show. Good matinee is what they're calling it. And there's a lot of guys that haven't utilized all their fix-it plates too. That on the cars that are straight coming out because they had some bad luck. They got hung up or they got put on the wall or something, and it's going to benefit them, I feel, in the long run now.
Well, I had a driver last night. I don't want to say his name, but they're in the big dance tonight, and he told me, Decker, I only put 6 plates on. I said, awesome. In the morning, you get up and weld the rest of them on. He goes, nah, my car's hard. I'm sticking with the 6. And I was like, I was surprised by that, but he was so confident in his 6. So however he put them on there, he feels that's hard. You know?
We are in Vegas, and a 6 might get you to the big dance.
You don't know. You know?
6.
Well, you got to remember on those plates, you guys, you got to have a 1-inch gap in between the weld.
Correct.
1-inch gap in between the weld, and sometimes that 1-inch gap will produce a bend point.
Correct.
And that was kind of the reason that you know, Ben put that rule together like that to keep a fair level playing field out there, because plates touching and filling in a 1-foot gap or something like that would make the car almost indestructible.
Right.
You know, I mean, it's going to bend sooner or later, but it's going to give it an unfair advantage. So, you know, some of these guys are very smart about what kind of car they brought.
Right.
They know them inside and out, and they're confident.
Yeah.
Will Steinbeck is actually a prime example of that. He showed me last night walking out of here. He had his 2 plates with his gap in between, and after he ran it,
they were touching.
The plates were touching, and on top you could see the 90 where it had been accordioned on itself, and it is now the plates are touching, and he goes, Decker, I'm telling you, that's gonna be hard. And I'm like, boy, that's neat looking right there. It was impressive how perfect the 90 was, and the plates are touching. Is like, that looks awesome.
Yeah,
it's good.
Accordioned, right? That's when they call it accordion, and then so that was pretty
look at
neat.
that one little area, it was able to wiggle.
Right. And they said they're coming out. Will Steinbeck said that people better be holding on today because they aren't slowing down.
No.
They are not slowing down as the day progresses.
Run hard all rounds.
Yeah.
See if you get there, right?
Yep. So that was pretty cool. All right, so what are we going to see this morning? Heat number 1, we have 3 teams. We're going to team FOS, Tim Denson, Tim Opperman, Tyler Banks, and Les Keller out of Montana. They're going to be going against the Sin City Jokers, Jeff Chrisman, Big Daddy, Bill Miller, Rick Clark, and Dustin Penny. Third team out there, Team LNR. Bad luck for these guys.
Yeah.
This is a great group of guys with nasty cars. And Anthony Tripler, Colton Wilker, Jesse Warner, and Bronson Twitchell. Their stuff is hard. I seen Tripler put another tranny.
Another one.
Second tranny.
Yeah, he benefited huge last night from that 2 hours.
Yes, he did.
Because it was like a mirror, right? It was mirrored of the morning. That car was right back on the end of that trailer. His buddies was up front to pull it back down again with the one with the crazy stacks.
Yep.
And then here's Tripler on the back of the trailer, back down. Back end on the trailer, front on Jack says, and damn near ripping the trans out of it again.
Yeah.
15 minutes after he just run.
Yeah.
And I woke up this morning and came out, and they were finishing it all back up in there together,
Right.
you know? So it's like I left as they were
huge.
pulling it. Yeah.
That 2 hours was huge to get that jump.
Get that jump.
Because this morning, I don't know if you had enough time.
Right.
No.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
I agree
You
with
know,
you.
to change an engine this morning might have been a little heavy. To change a training might be a little work, but yesterday they're changing the engines yesterday morning, but they had that time.
Yeah, to
I
have
don't
it
know,
out
today
already.
We just don't have that time.
No. All right, so heat number 2. We're going to have 4 heats this morning. Heat number 2, Smith Metalworks, Corey Roman, Brett Relier, Pete Hansen, and Chance Smith going against the sleepers, Jace Rogers, Trevor Rogers, Chance Ogden, Neil Moore. They're going to be going against Nebraska Strong and Rob, which is the Steinbecks, Will and Larry and Rob Lang out there. Rob Lang kicked some butt yesterday. I'm just like, he's got to be so proud of himself because it's the first time ever building to this caliber, running tranny brakes, all these extra goodies, and the guy helps his team qualify, right?
Yeah.
That's exciting
It
as
was
hell.
huge, right?
That's
He got him through it
exciting as
last
hell.
night.
Yeah, he was the one.
He
That's
definitely
awesome.
wasn't the hammer. He was
No.
strategically driving.
Yes.
Didn't get himself in a pickle. Right?
They-
Everybody else wants to run in and pile you
Yeah.
up like a banger racer. Not Rob. He's just going to stay in and try to peck you off the edge.
Slow and
kind of like a
steady.
little bird on a hawk, right?
Slow and
Just
steady.
going to
There you
hang
go.
off and pick at you a little bit.
You know how smart are they to grab a teammate like that? You got to think about that. You know, those guys are hammers. They'll
Yes.
run their ass off. And next thing you know, they got the one that's on the backside, just kind of watching, making sure that his hammers are working, and then it's right there to sneak on
Yeah.
in. That was
Awesome.
I mean,
It was awesome.
Yeah, I was talking to Will this morning, and actually they've had Rob run with them before.
Oh, they have?
really? I didn't know that.
Yes, and he said he's like a second dad, you know, and really, he goes, why not? He goes, everybody gets lost watching the cars that are out there lighting people up, you know, one end of the track to the other. They forget about the other one. That's not, and that's exactly kind of what that heat was for the most part. Everybody, it was turning and burning. There was dust flying one end of the track to the other. And here's Rob down the other end, just making qualifying hits. You know, don't get me wrong, he wasn't down, he wasn't bagging or nothing, but he was driving his race.
Yep.
His race pace was not what the rest of it was, and people lost him. They literally lost him, and it worked out great for him. It was pretty awesome.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. The final team in heat number 2 is Mopar Express, which, man, it's such a good group and just having some bad luck. Their stuff is nasty. Jan McKinn, Calvin Crazy Cal Atchinson, Richard Gomat, and Tommy Gomat. And just some tough luck for them. They look good. Their cars look good. They just had some bad luck, I think.
Yeah, how about the Golden Goblin, though, last night when Megan Davenport stroked him, right? She bent that wagon.
Yeah,
you see him when he pulled
hard.
out, how hard that wagon was bent. I'm like, I know you guys had to catch, but I was jumping up and down like, oh, my God, she just struck. She didn't have a couple shots left in the Lincoln on her side there.
Definitely.
She made that one count, and
Yeah.
she bent him good.
Yeah, she came up afterwards in the interview and said they all came over to her afterwards to say, hey, you can be on our team anytime. And anybody that knows Mopar Express, that's a compliment.
Take that. Yeah.
Hey,
That's a
man,
compliment.
that's huge.
Take that.
Because
Take that.
they love running hard.
I won't lie, Beef come off the wall, and he said that girl has to have bigger huevos than any of these guys I've seen run out there. I said, Megan Davenport laid it down, and she ain't afraid to run with the boys.
Yep.
And remember, she bent really hard the first night. They had to do a bunch of work. She was swayed way over.
They were
Yeah.
she was bad.
bad.
And
But she went out and laid some licks in the next round, you know. The girls did really good in round number 2. They had some suspension problems, lost some wheels, and got hung. But round 2, they actually did really, really good.
Yeah.
They
drove
almost had it.
good together as a team.
They definitely did. All right, so next up, heat number 3. Only 3 teams in this one. The Hooligans, Eric White, Jeremy McPherson, and Donnie Case. Montana, Nevada, California there. Going to go against the show, Mark and Todd Siopa out of PA, Scott Zisselman out of Ohio, and Toast out of Indiana. And they're going to go against Team Nodak, Jacob Ettinger, Dustin Bauer, Mitchell Bettenhausen, and Cody Mittlitter again.
North Dakota guys, Mittletter, he's the one that had the Motel Rivy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Brand new motor. Their team's pretty good. Ettinger is running, I think he said it was a 406 stroker. It was the motor I ran out in Minnesota in the truck class.
Okay.
And, I love that thing, but he's running that. They said they blew it up, rebuilt it, and they're saying it's around 600 horse, which is kind of neat.
Wow.
Love it, right?
Well, you seen anybody watch last night? Robbie Layton. He loves the throttle, and a hell of a driver. But this is where the way the track was, he was literally using the horsepower and the RPMs and the wheel spin to get him up on it.
Yeah, almost as a float.
Yeah, like a float. Yeah, and man, that thing was screaming. I mean, it was impressive.
I seen him this morning. I was talking to him a little, and I went right up to him. And I'm like, man, your motor makes me so giddy. And he goes, I don't even hear it out there. And I go, well, you better start listening, or let me run it, and I'll let you hear it. I said, because that thing makes me excited. And he said every day people message him and they say, hey, what do I got to do to make my motor sound like yours? And he says, I tell them all, $18,000.
Wow.
He goes, you know what everyone tells me? Oh, I can do it for 3. I can do it for 5. I can do it for 7. He goes, I immediately stop talking to them and say, good luck. He goes, I've blown this thing up a ton of times. The amount of R&D we have into this thing is unbelievable. He goes, but if you think your motor's going to sound like mine for $5,000, he's like, not going to happen, guys. No.
Well, might sound like it for like 5 minutes.
Yeah, until you're grenade
it. It's going to go poof.
As soon as you bring it to that RPM once, it's going to be, that's a pretty important part laying in the oil pan.
But we had a really good talk this morning because he said, Josh, the first time I ever did it, I just, we put the money into it and I ran it. But we learned that some of the stuff we put in wasn't the right thing.
Right.
He told me how loose they have the motor, which was really impressive. He's like, this is about as loose as it could get. He's like, I'll let that girl swell right up. He goes, but I'm also not worried about blowing it up. He's like, because every time I blow it up, I learn more. He's like, my motors are getting better and better, and I can beat on them more and more. He's like, I'm pretty damn close to where I want to be. It was a good conversation.
Yeah.
And you know what? I mean, the thing of it is, too, is he'll talk to you openly. I don't know Robbie the best. I've met him only a handful of times because we're so distant in country. But, you sit down and you talk to the gentleman, and he's just a great guy like that. And, I mean, as we've spoke throughout the week here, you guys, talking about Demolition Derby and the family and everything like that, Robbie Layton is a prime example of the Derby family.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, just a stand-up person and that, and I am so proud to say that I'm part of the Derby family, and these are the people that are representing it.
And he's had an open willingness to learn on all aspects of it.
Yeah.
From the build to the motors and the complete process. He's had an open mind. You get some people that are like the old dog, new tricks type thing.
Yeah.
And he's a prime example of anybody up and coming you can go from 0 to 100 just like everybody else.
Anthems.
Yep.
And the young lady from Damascus, Pennsylvania. She's part of the team Smith Metalworks. This is Miss Melanie Hansen.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all thy sons command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, our true north strong and free. Though far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
I say it every
Now,
time.
to the law enforcement firefighters and all the first responders, along with our servicemen and women out there serving this great country from the Army, the Navy, Air Force, Marines, and Coast Guard. These are the folks that all came here to help us in our freedoms, and this is why we stand for our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars
She kills it every single time, and it's game time.
That's awesome,
now.
guys.
God bless America, and everybody stood. Love it. Thank you, Demolition Derby.
Game time now. Last chance for a bunch of teams to get into that big money for tonight. All these Stir and Dirt officials, looks like they're taking a big picture out of there, out front, minus you guys.
Look at this
Minus
group.
you three.
Look at this group. I mean,
You guys want to go down, you can. No? You guys can if you want to run down there.
We don't got a face for that.
Well, and really nobody likes you in that group.
Ben especially.
Sit down, I'm sorry.
Bill is telling you to sit down.
Sorry, Bill.
Josh. I know. I screwed up. I'm the fourth man today.
No, Ben, I'm glad.
I screwed up the mojo.
I like this.
No, this is perfect.
I'd rather this.
This is good.
A lot of great officials. Stir and Dirt, besides you guys. Buell and Derek come all the way out from New York. I hope they helped you guys out a little
Yeah,
bit.
they've been
yeah.
a huge asset to us.
Yeah.
So.
Yes.
They loved it. They were
Yeah.
so
That's-
happy to be part of it.
That's one thing I got to say. Since everybody's got me tagged as the HNIC, I got to thank everybody that came out and partaked in everything. And everybody just did a great job. And I feel that's what made this show the way that it is today. Is each and every person. It wasn't just one person. It was a group, collectively
Agreed.
as a group. And I thank you. Made my
I learned a lot.
quote unquote job that I
Right.
guess everybody had to give me that title. Made my job great. But all in all, everybody out there needs to know this was a collective group effort by all the officials and all the personnel and to make it to what it was. So thank you.
No, thank you, Ben, because I learned a lot. Just shadowing you and everything like that. It's
Shadowing me.
I know, it's like
Shadowing
you're
me.
Tixie. What are you saying?
Tixie, I know, Tixie. It's same thing goes both ways, dude. No, I'm not
Come on, Tix. No, you know what? Let me say this for Ben. Ben is very humble, but I've been all over the country with Ben. I've seen Ben go through every kind of tech line, and Ben, you are absolutely one of the best in the business there is.
Yeah.
Ben, listen to me. I'm telling you, you're the best. You're the best. And the problem is you have the toughest job there is. You have the crappiest job, and you take it, and you say, I'll do it, and it's like, man, I would not take that job. I would not take that job.
no way in hell. No way in hell.
And really, I think the drivers, and Ben and I talked so much about this show because we've been talking about this for 6 months, and a lot of stress behind the scenes, but your vision of what you wanted for your tech, you were right, Ben. Your vision was right,
And I love how you stood your ground. When it was set one way, that's the way it was for everything and everybody, and that's you appreciate it. And as somebody had an opinion and you listened to it and you understood it, and it was great.
That's why I would never be a good tech.
Thank you. I appreciate that greatly. I didn't mean to interrupt you, Tixie.
No.
Really. I'm sorry.
It's all good, boss.
Yeah, I know.
Well,
yeah, boss.
I love it. Well, you know what? I've tried to tech in my life, and I suck at it because as soon as someone confronts me, it's like, all right, go ahead. I love you. You're my buddy. Ben told me to load it one time, so it's Ben will tell his mom to load it,
That's right. You have no friends Derby Day. That's what I've always said, and I'll preach that till the day I'm done inspecting.
But that's why I respect the hell out of you guys, And that's why you guys were asked to be the.
How are you?
Boy. Oh boy. You want to stay here, sir? Okay. Heat number one.
Hopefully I don't have to run away. I think we got the track down.
It looks a little hard, Johnny.
we're all right.
Looks like
Yeah,
I'm
it's
just
getting
seeing cleats of
like
clay.
you?
Yeah.
Hard body?
Yeah, right. Soft as a plum.
It's funny. Yesterday, Johnny's heart was just beating when the cars were pulling out on the track
Pounding.
for the first time.
Pounding.
I felt it.
All right, heat number one. First team out here is FOS. Tim Denson, Tim Opperman, Tyler Banks, and Les Keller out of Montana.
Oh, you got a tranny in there. It's working. At least he's got drive so far, we
Yeah,
noticed.
yeah.
Number
we got one
31.
direction.
That's Tripler, NLR team, and number 31 out of Utah.
All right, into the arena right now.
128.
FOS.
It's Opperman pulling out.
Three-fourths Montana. Tim Opperman from Belgrade, Montana.
The guy pulling out on the track now, he's on Tripler's team.
Warner. Jesse Warner.
He put on a show yesterday.
Yes, he did.
And he's
Let's not call that a show. Let's call that a clinic on number one butt kicking.
Oh,
yeah. Holy crap.
Yes, he did. And you remember how high his front end is? They got him pulled down. He's still up there, but they got him pulled down a little bit.
They were working and working and working. That's just not a single pull. there.
No.
They were for 15 minutes pull, bang, pull, bang, pull, bang, and got it down to where it was. Considering it's like 2 foot lower than what it was, but actually more. He was like almost 90 when he pulled off the track.
I would have just welded the bumper to my headers and just let it eat.
Yeah, how about it? That 44. Man, he was bent so hard in front of the arms yesterday.
Bad.
He's got her pulled back down, but old girl's hurt.
Yeah.
Old girl's been taken to the cleaners a couple times.
Bronson
You can almost tell by his seat how much he's hit and how much he's been hit hard. That seat is just laid back. It's bending around the seat bar.
Yep.
The front of Twitchell's car when he just pulled around there is straight as an arrow.
You know, everybody's worried about these cars not making it, man. Yeah, the first round we all saw some carnage with what we fought with the track, and I think we're going to see some serious carnage now.
Oh, yeah.
But you can see the way the guys drove from one night to the next just by having plates on a car.
Yep.
They knew they could go stroke somebody, and they knew they could use the car.
Right.
And it showed yesterday a lot more than the day before.
Right.
Because I won't lie, the first night we're all looking at it wondering if we're even going to get them to the next round.
Right, yeah.
And on top of that, now we're in day 2. These guys, they either make it or they go to the wipeout at the end. So a lot of them might be like, you know what, I might not mess with the wipeout, so we're just going to put the hammer down and take out as many people as we can.
And try to get to the finals.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Or just, hey, I'm in Vegas. I'm going to get talked about for years if I just,
Nothing wrong
see
with
what
that.
I do. So
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I was talking with Danny Ogden this morning. They don't know. They're definitely going wipeout, he said. But he's trying to politic to get a powder puff heat going.
Yeah.
And he'd like to see a powder puff heat for the girls to jump in some cars.
well,
Danny that guy is amazing. You know, I
love him.
truly, the first time I
Love
met him in person is here. And, you know, he knew who I was through Facebook and stuff like that. I've
He
known
knew
who
you
he
through
is.
Jason
and-
Dials.
What's that?
He knew you through Jason Dials. That no-namer Dials.
Yes, that no-namer.
He's got to change his name
I
for
had
sure.
to, I had to think about Jason Dials.
Yeah, who's he?
Who?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, but
Hashtag that Dials who?
Tricky Ricky.
No-namers who?
Real quick, let me get these drivers. Jeff Chrisman, Big Daddy number 88 on Sin City Jokers. Bill Miller in the 22 on your far end. Rick Clark in the 108 on our top side.
Taking one?
And Dustin Penny. Yeah, taking one out of this
All
one.
right. Man, this is going to be a dogfight here, guys.
Yes, it is.
So it looks like yellow and black are odd man out, and then they're going to run it down with the other boys.
And there's
absolutely.
Yeah. Old Tricky Ricky's going to put on a show here, guys. I think we're going to see him unload this car.
I like seeing some guys are staying conservative with the tire,
track
and other
looks
guys
hard.
are coming out with a little bit different lug.
Yeah.
So it's this is interesting. I'm really, I think I would have stayed conservative personally.
Yes.
Conservative. but
Yes. Heat number 1 of 4 we're going to watch this morning. Live from Las Vegas. 80-something degrees. Absolutely gorgeous here right now.
You're gonna get cooked like a pizza out there right now.
Hopefully you're in your tree stand right now staring at that big buck. If not,
Yeah,
turn your sound up and let's listen to these motors.
Hell yeah.
Shit's about to get real.
There it is.
Oh, yeah.
Right off the bat.
Everybody after yellow and black. Oh, great shot.
Good shot.
Bat him right back up. Warner's back. Warner, I'm sorry. Some good looking trunks out there.
Oh! That sucker's folded right back up.
Twitchell looking good. Twitchell, number 87 in your screen.
Oh, great shot. Dustin Penny laying it down. Good shot, Dustin. Great shot, 35. Big Daddy Jeff working on Timbo down in this corner. Ty Banks coming to give Jeff one. Get him off his buddy. Warner hard in the side of Dustin Penny again.
Black and yellow is holding their own with everybody against
They are.
them. This is awesome. Good job, guys. Oh, horrible driver's door shot. Horrible.
Timbo stuck in 777.
Oh!
Oh, Miller just buried down.
Sorry, playing with some audio. Playing with some audio a little bit. I don't want to blow your guys' speakers out at home. I want you to hear the motors, but I don't want to blow it out. Yeah, here we go. Chrisman doing good work in the 88. Big Daddy, they call him.
Look like Blue's turning on Black a little bit already. They know they got to get him hurt now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because them guys are hurt.
They're doing a lot.
All right, sounds good now. Okay, good now. Sorry, guys. All right.
Well, that field leveled out there real fast.
Rick Clark buried on the bottom side of the track. A little bit. Can you guys hear me good in there? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. All right, we're good, Bill.
Clear.
Thank you, Bill.
Big Daddy's still working it. Oh, that's me here. Okay, sorry, Tix. Well, I lost my mic now.
Yeah.
I lost it.
There, I hear it.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. I was worried about that. I'm on the middle mic.
Oh, Chrisman almost up on the wall. Twitchell kind of holding him in over there, letting him bury himself. Now remember, at this point, if you think you're going to make the feature here, you want to save a little car because you want to win that 30 grand tonight. So every shot you make here could affect you later on tonight. Wilker just working.
Oh, look at Big Daddy Jeff trying to get around the corner.
147 to Keller, gets away from Wilker. Wilker's just chasing Keller down.
Hard shot into Big Daddy.
Just following.
Gonna push him.
Oh, don't turn that way.
Keller, great defensive driving there. Big Daddy in trouble on the bottom side. that could be the first team out.
Yeah, then they don't get an invite, right?
Exactly. The first team out of each heat tonight does not come back to the Vegas team show. They are eliminated from the Vegas team show. First team out.
Big Jeff Daddy is up on the wall hard now.
Head-to-head matchup here. 397 of Banks is buried. Keller tries to come get him out. But Tripler's right behind him.
Look at Tripler holding him to bury himself.
Tim Opperman on the 128.
Tripler lost tranny.
Got tranny problems again.
Oh,
Third
man.
transmission, you guys.
Oh, it's heartbreaking. So if they get in, they're going to have to put a fourth or another tranny in it, third tranny in it.
I want to know whose tranny builder is.
Oh, it's heartbreaking.
Because I don't want to use them either.
I was going to say.
Damn it.
Man, it's burnt up for sure. 397 of Banks is buried.
He's
Tripler's
still trying to
tranny.
get her out, though.
2-on-2 right here. Anybody's game right here. All four cars look pretty equal here. It's going to come down to the driving.
We're all competitors, but what do you think Tripler's saying in that car right now?
Oh, he's
either you guys want to win this or I don't want to do another transmission.
He's so mad. And remember, when changing a tranny for this class, you're not just pulling a tranny out. You got the tranny brace. You got to pull your slider out. You got to pull all the goodies apart. It's a lot of work.
And you know what? If you've got your cross member welded in like a lot of these guys do, and they utilize that 8-inch, 2x2 angle iron, that thing is it's molested in there. It's in.
It's work. Skinny, I think your old lady and my old lady took off, man. They must be playing some bingo.
Bingoing, huh?
Yeah. Good battle here with the last four. Keller and Wilker duking it out. Opperman and Twitchell. Opperman's bending up in the back, though, like a little bit of pressure on that window bar.
2-on-2 battle royale right here.
Yeah, he's starting to lose ground clearance in front of those tires, too. You got to be careful in that soft spot there. You're going to belly out fast.
Oh, they're all kind of held now. They got to break apart. No, you're going to dig yourselves in, guys. Wow, so you got one open, one dug in, one dug in, one open. So outside edges still can move, but both teammates are stuck in the middle of opposing teams.
Twitchell makes contact. Twitchell pulls apart.
Yep.
But Keller's on the other side pulling apart also. They got to come to, I don't know what's going to happen here.
And it's going to come down to
one-on-one is what it's going to come down to.
Okay, so Keller's out.
There you go. He bounced off his front bumper and got the lift he needed.
That is awesome. Oh, man, and they're just going to leave one of them. Now you got to be defensive and don't let him get his partner out. Don't let him get to his partner.
He got
out. Good work. Good work by Opperman. The rear frame rails on Keller starting to get a little bit of dirt and into his tire.
Bronson just got to keep pushing until he gets him somewhere.
Ooh, locked up front tire on Twitchell. The driver's side front locked up. I don't know if you guys can see it in your camera, but
It's like his steering is locked all the way the one way there.
Yeah.
He's trying to move that wheel hard. .147 Keller, that rear of that car is up and in, but he's got a little clearance issue with that tire.
Mike Ernst working in the garage today. Got the TV on, the big screen on in the garage. I love it, brother. Thanks for watching us. Nothing like building derby cars and watching derbies.
Okay, so NLR looking pretty good here, huh?
Spencer Jumper is on an airplane headed to Cancun, but he's watching the Derby on his phone on the airplane. Now that is about as cool as it gets. That's about as cool as it gets.
Time down to pull his flag.
Skinny, can I throw you some love?
Yeah.
I think today would have been your mother's. Your mom's been gone 24 years.
Yes,
today would have
sir.
been her birthday. I want to throw some love to you, to your mom.
Thank you.
Yes.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, brother.
Yes, sir.
I lost my mom too, and every time it's her birthday, it's it's a day you think of her.
Oh, yeah.
Gotta remember her.
Oh, yeah. Died at a young age of 49.
Oh, my God.
Sorry, Skin.
Actually found her that morning. That's what's even worse.
I love you.
Amen.
Look, bro.
I love you, friend. Just wanted to throw you some love. Sorry, I know that's kind of a.
Oh, yeah.
But
That's all good, brother.
yeah.
God bless her.
Yes, exactly. And she's watching you.
Oh, yeah.
She's telling you to shut up sometimes, though. She's
You
like,
think?
Skinny, shut up.
You're your own worst enemy, Skin.
I say that to you. Oh, it's Hunter's birthday also?
No.
Oh, your Hunter birthday. Oh,
Your
Ben's,
Hunter's.
Ben's Hunter. Oh, Ben's. Ah, that's cool. That's
Yeah.
cool.
Happy birthday, Hunter.
Heat number 1 done.
And then Gus's birthday today. My dog Gus.
Yeah?
Today's his birthday.
He's
born
got all
on my
kinds
mom's
of birthday
birthday.
stuff going on.
Yeah,
cool.
so that's good.
That's cool.
Well, that was good.
Very good.
Yeah.
And that we knew it was going to come into a little bit of a chess match at the end because, again, these guys are so close to being able to run for that 30 grand.
Sure, sure.
I mean, you're double thinking almost every shot you take.
Yes, sir. And he saw that strategic driving towards the end there. Like Tripler just got him and said, okay, I'm going to hold you here. You're going to try to get away from me. You're going to dig in, keep a little pressure on you. Sunk him, backed up to lose his tranny.
That is just heartbreaking.
It really is. You know, and it's tough too in a team atmosphere. A team atmosphere is tough, Skin.
After this last heat, after the last Alpine heat.
Okay.
Go ahead, explain that, Tix.
So I just got a text message here, somebody asking when they can start working on the feature cars from yesterday. So those guys have to wait. So they all got the same fair advantage until after the last heat right here this morning. To start working on their cars. So that is the beautiful thing about how they got things set up here is everybody gets the exact same amount of time to work on their cars.
Correct.
So nobody's got a benefit. Like these guys don't get to get extra time comparison to other ones and stuff. So yeah, it's a great thing.
Well, going back to our county fairs and stuff, we could all go back to the days where you pull the last heat of the night.
Oh, you're screwed.
And I can remember a time where I was in a 62 Galaxy, and I was in the last heat of the night, and I won it, pulled off the track. And as I'm pulling off the track, they're calling feature cars. I didn't get to get water in it, nothing in my car. And I remember saying, how unfair is this, man? The first guys are cool. They've changed water. Everything's ready to go. They got plates. And look at me. I'm over here, and I don't even get to put water back in my car.
That's right.
And I started coming to these national events and seeing that they were giving a lot of time equal. What's it called when they put everybody in an area? Impounding. It's a great idea. It makes it more fair.
Right.
It makes it more fair.
And that's what I said the other day, and, it only can get better. But the other day, everybody got their stakes, done their thing. They were told can't do nothing, but they took the cars back to the trailer. I personally don't like that.
No.
Because people are just not going to do what they say. So
you hope the honor system, but we also know the world of the world.
Post-race inspection is also your Achilles heel here.
And I think that's what Johnny counts on is like you can do something, but we're going to catch you and boot you at the end of it.
Yep.
But you don't even – why I don't like that, though, Skin, is because somebody could be a jerk and go do something way over the top, run their car, hurt somebody else, and just say, like, screw it. I knew I was going to get
– Oh, yeah.
But I like the thought of impounding, and I like the thought of giving everyone the same amount of time.
Agree.
The biggest problem of it is on your honor and the trust system and everything like that. There's a thing here called competition and prize.
Yeah.
So that kind of gets funny and it's tough. It's just, I mean, everybody out there in those pits are great and honest people. I understand that, but the sense of just
30 grand on the line. 30 grand on the line, man, will make you put a little extra weld. It'll make,
And, here's the other thing, too, is, all right, this is a team event, so somebody goes out there and loads up their car and they build a hammer, and they're out there just tooling and doing the damage so that the other teammates, and here's the other thing, there's politics going on out there. It may not even be a car on their team. It could be a car on a different team that's doing the damage that's all loaded up, so.
Absolutely right. Absolutely right.
Boy, that bumper on Miller's car is just killing those guys over there. They tried putting it on there and let it haul it out, and you got a skid loader sitting right there, but no, they want to brawn it up there.
Well, it's Bryce. I mean, he's got muscles and time, so he'll do it. I love Bryce.
Bryce is a huge asset to Stir and Dirt here. All the things that man does behind the scenes to try to ease up Johnny and Gumby's life, and he's a very strong position here.
Look up Bryce Baumgartner on Facebook. Friend him right now. He actually, for a long time, he worked in Alaska as a gold miner. That's what he did for a living. It sounds cool, but he always says that it's super boring. And he said that in all the years that he did it, he never saw a piece of gold.
Wow.
Because what they do is they're just in machinery all day, and they run it through the screeners, and that's all he did. He was a loader operator. And he worked there for 5 years and never even seen a piece of gold. But all the way in Alaska, pretty cool up there.
That's awesome.
I didn't know he was up there for 5 years. I thought it was a shorter stretch than
that.
No,
long time.
Montana originally, though, correct?
Yes. And he comes from a great family. Bryce's family, I think there's 7 or 8 kids in his family, and Bryce is one of the older ones. And I've met a lot of his family. They're very cool people, and they all take care of each other, and they travel with each other. They're very close-knit. They help each other out.
His mom does a lot of catering and food prep.
Yeah, they're good people.
Stuff.
Really good people.
Yeah.
And Bryce lives a life, man. This guy flies here, flies there. I mean, for a young guy, he does well for himself.
Well, we were in Wasatch, and we were sitting there talking. Remember that Skin in the hotel room, and just listening to his personal drive and hopes and wishes and goals and all that stuff for a young man. I don't know his exact age, but he's not a real old person, and it's just the drive that the man has and the dedication. If he's gonna do something, he's gonna do it.
Damn right. Yeah. Yeah, I like him a lot, actually.
But that's kind of the neat thing is, kind of giving some history and some back on some of these people out here that, it's not just Johnny and Gumby for Stir and Dirt. They're the ones that are putting their nuts on the line. But, I mean, they got a good group of people that are put together and that assist in all this stuff.
Well, a few months ago, maybe 2 months ago, Johnny flew Bryce out here for a week. And Bryce's job was looking for sponsors. And that's tough work. Bryce and I sat on the phone for a while, just running ideas through each other's head, how would this work, or where would I go, what would I do? And that kid come out, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But that kid come out young, he's like 24, 25. Imagine coming to Las Vegas and having to walk to these casinos and chase money. I mean, it takes some balls, and that's why I told him. I go, you're you know, I'm a salesman, and I would struggle walking into some of these casinos asking for money. And Bryce went to, I think, 28 different places looking for sponsors, and I thought that was pretty cool of him. That takes drive to do that.
Sure.
And it's hard to approach a professional person and ask them for something.
Yes.
You know, I mean, you have to be more professional than they are. And, you know, the confidence level, I mean, just to get up and speak in front of some of these people is more than many people can handle. And you think about it, this is Las Vegas. Everybody's asking for something out here.
Daily.
Yeah, you're asking for their money, and they're asking for yours.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, hang on a second.
Literally, every corner.
I'll tell you what, did you guys see the Derby driver? I forgot his name. He had a sign out there, broke Derby driver. Papa, yeah.
That was awesome.
That was the best. Standing out there on Fremont Street with the sign asking for money, broke Derby driver.
That was DeLaura, right?
DeLaura had it, and then Popeye had it the rest of the night.
Okay. I seen a picture with DeLaura.
Yeah, I think DeLaura borrowed it for a photo. They loved it. It was great.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of people watching from home. Jordan Burgess watching. Going to go into heat number 2 here. I want to say I got a lot of messages last night, and I tried to keep on them, and I laid in bed, and I realized I missed like a chunk of people I skipped, like maybe 40 comments. And if I don't answer you back, it's not because I don't like you. Please, I don't want you to feel like, oh, Decker doesn't like me. No, I promise it's not that. I will try to get back to you, and I do read what you say, but sometimes I can't comment or write back. So just, I don't want you to say like, oh, Decker's a jerk. I write to him and he don't write back, because I got a couple hundred here that I got to get through.
I was just going to say the same thing. I mean, I had a couple hundred yesterday, and I apologize, but you know, there's something special and sweet out there. We want to throw it out there, you know, and especially the kids. When I hear the youth of the Derby world is sitting there watching us and they're excited, it's those shout-outs mean the world to them. So you kids out there in the Derby land, you know, thanks for watching us and enjoying us.
Now, kids, you're spoiled. Because when I was a kid, there was no Derby even on TV. You couldn't even find a book. I remember going to the library, and I'd have to read the same damn book all the time because there was only one of them. And there was only 2 things on TV about Demolition Derby, and there was no internet. You couldn't go to YouTube and watch Tixie run 45 times today, you know. But it's a lot better now. You can watch and learn. And if you're a young kid, it's very easy to get into sport.
Yes.
You can message anybody that you hear on Facebook and say, how do I do this? Can I get help with this? And if you need help and you're a young kid, you can message me anytime.
Come to my shop.
Yes.
Come to my shop. We help. Skinny's been up there. He's seen us help so many young kids in the Derby world. Give them cars, help them build cars, give them parts, whatever it is. I mean, it is the open. My shop is open for the youth. I mean, this is better than video games. It's better than drugs. It's better than breaking the windows out of a church. I mean, you know, just seriously, if there's kids out there and you want to get into it. Was that wrong?
No, go ahead with it.
I'm just talking. I did that as a kid.
Yeah.
And you know what? The worst problem of it is that beautiful piece of stained glass has still got a rock hole in it 40 years later.
Oh, no, you jerk.
It's like they left that thing there for me to feel horrible.
For you to feel guilty, and you should.
Dang it. So I always say I try to do good things because I know when it comes to the day the Lord's going to decide if I'm going up or down, I need to make sure that I made up for the dumb things that I did.
That's right.
Robert Hansen watching at home, Andrew Stano, Jordan Thompson. Jeremy McLaughlin's asking us, who is our picks to win tonight? That's a great question, Jeremy.
Oh.
But I'm telling you, I'm not going to pick one because I don't know if I could. And I guess I got to kind of see them as they roll on the track, right?
We got to see who advances from these brackets right here because this is going to be a telltale right here. I'm going to tell you what politics are deep in the pits. You know, we know what camps with what camp, but there's a couple camps that got to fight their way in yet, and that's going to be a deciding factor of how strong the Allies truly are out there. But you know, my pick is my brother Toast. I mean, you know. I don't know if you guys know how deep Toast and Skinny and I roll, and it's, I mean, we are absolute, brothers from another mother, and I mean, I want to see my boy do what he can do out there. It's, you'll never find anybody in the Derby world that is more dedicated to giving life in respect to the Demolition Derby world. You know, Toast Promotions, you know, I do anything for them. You know, Andrea, his wife, Pigpen, they're just a Derby family, and I can't ever say enough about them. And that's,
I need some help.
Yeah.
I need some help, right?
Yeah.
I've been begging to hang out with Toast. How do I get into your guys' clique?
I can't even hang out with
Vince
him.
will not let me in, man. How do I get in? I said, hey, how do I become part of the cool group? I mean, let me in, man. If I got to pay a fee, I will.
I gave him shit last night. I said, what, did you come to Vegas to go to sleep, Toast? I have not seen you. He goes,
Exactly.
yeah, I came to Vegas to win, Skinny.
That's
That's
be
fair.
on my game.
That's fair.
I said, I hear you, Toast.
That's fair.
Because I have not seen Toast one time since the first day.
No.
Other than in here, like anywhere else. He's going to eat, he's going to bed.
Yeah. Well,
he's going to eat, going to bed.
You got to respect that they're trying to go for that money. I mean, I get it too, and probably they're thinking, hey, half these guys aren't focused as I am. The focus is going to get me that money.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's exactly it. I'll tell you, that car that he's running, he was up in August, and Toast Promotions officiated our hometown show that we've been doing for about 5 years now, and I got the fair to allow Toast Promotions in there, and you know, we're bringing it to basically a national level. And you know, Toast was up there, and we were talking cars for Vegas here, and this is back when I was running Vegas, and we were sitting there, and I just told him, I said, any car you want, you go grab one out of the lineup. That car that Toast is running, Skinny brought out of New Mexico.
Okay.
Skinny sold it to Tori Schutte. Somehow I ended up with it from Tori Schutte because, I mean, that man don't need Derby cars.
Right.
He's not Derbyan.
No.
So I ended up with the thing, and this thing sat in my yard for probably 5 years, and I had it buried in the backside of the lineup of cars, so they're just kind of protected.
Hidden.
And Toast spent, what did he spend, 6 hours out there going through
picking
cars?
through these cars.
Picking through cars.
Oh, yeah.
Picking them up with the telehandler, looking at this, doing this, and I mean, and
Really?
He goes, well, the car that I want, I know you ain't gonna want to get rid of. There's a reason it's back there. I said, I told you any car you want, and he, I mean, digging through old iron, new iron, and everything. But I'm going.
He had
new
something
iron.
specific he wanted.
He's very specific and thorough.
Interesting.
He showed me things I've never seen on a new model that only Toast has ever showed me.
Ooh, keep them secret.
Oh, yeah. Skins, you want this because of this. Skins, you want this because of that. This frame has what I'm looking for, Skins.
See, these guys, I love the brains in that.
Oh, yeah.
And he learned it, and he remembered it because it mattered. I love that stuff.
Oh, he'll kill you with the knowledge he has.
I'd like
on
to
that
listen
shit.
to it.
Oh, and he'll tell you. He is not a guy that is shy. He will tell you. He ain't going to give you the book, but he'll let you read some pages.
Well, what it shows you is he's probably that much farther ahead of you, where he's saying, like, yeah, I'll let you have this information because I'm already ahead of you on the next thing.
But then again, he will tell you, like, here's my recipe. It's kind of like barbecue. You may get the recipe of the same smoke I use, but it don't matter. You can't turn
don't do
out
it in
the
the same
order.
order. Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
And like yesterday, I walk up and said, Toast, are you done? And he gave me a look, and he didn't even stop swinging. Like, get out of here, Skins. He's just swinging that damn ball-peen hammer to make sure that line has the right pitch on it, the right tightness to it, the right angle on it. I'm like, Toast,
man,
it's used up. Leave it. Nope.
It ain't there. It ain't there.
Wow.
You know, it was, yeah.
That's why he's better than me. Because I just don't.
He's a
machine,
man.
Yeah, it's.
He's still an asshole. He loaded me at Spring Explosion.
That was actually a comment he said. Takes, are you going to treat me like I did at Spring Explosion when he's coming out here?
That's awesome.
Inside joke, but yeah. But Toast didn't know what to expect, you know. And like Tick said, he's a great friend of ours.
Yeah.
We are the Tres Amigos. That's what we call ourselves, the Three Amigos,
Yeah.
Tres Amigos. And he was so worried about coming out here, not knowing what to build, how to expect, what to. And like I told him, he'd go hit Tix, he'd hit me. Like, hey, man, you got to call Ben on that stuff. I can't be that guy. You may be my friend, but I will not even give you anything
Don't blur
I'm
the
not
lines.
supposed to. Yeah, exactly. I'm not supposed to be that guy.
Yeah.
If I was still one of the guys calling shots, one of the six, great, I can help you. But simple questions, I can return that favor. But anything more, like his cross member and the way he wanted to do certain things in the car, no, that's Ben.
Yes.
You must go to bed. But Skins, what do you see? Nope. I see nothing out there. Nothing.
Exactly.
I'm so crunked, I don't even know what's out there. But, you know, that's the way it is, and I refuse to do that because there has been guys that I've worked with that have been called out for going in people's garages, given permission that work on the team. And the main inspector don't have no clue that even went down.
Very great
Can't
topic.
have that.
Great topic. Can we touch on that? Because back at home, there are inspectors that will go to a guy's garage here and a guy's garage here 2 days before the Derby, or you see it. If you're a promoter at home or you're a tech guy, don't do that.
Nope.
Don't do that. Tell your friends, guys, I'm not looking over the car. If you go to their house to hang out and they say, let's go in the garage to look at the – no. I'll wait till that day.
Yep.
That's the right way to do. I think that's probably been something in our sport where when people, especially at county fair levels, where it's like, oh, it's so unfair because Jimmy lives next door to the promoter and he helped him be better than that.
Yep.
Make it fair, make it even. No matter even if you're all the way down at just a county fair level, make your show as quality as it can be.
Absolutely.
Hey, Skinny, a county fair level, how many cars come out of our camp going to our hometown fair? I mean, we're talking literally, there's no BS. There's 15 cars that probably come out of our shop, out of my yard.
Yep.
And you know what? At Nader's, I tell him, Nader's, man, my boy up north, he's my right-hand man. And, they build their cars at my place, and he builds my cars. And you know what? He's pissed because he's held at such a high standard that, you can't do that. Well, but, they don't know. You're right. They don't know, but I do. And you know what? That's not how it is. So no, that is the biggest thing is the officials. You can never beat the officials. If they have it in their mind you're not winning, you're not winning. You lost before you even unload.
Yeah.
So and that's bullshit. That is not the way that I will never be a part of any situation like that, because I want every driver to earn what's theirs.
100%. 100%.
Yep. Just like teaching the youth.
Yeah.
And we've all been burnt at those levels. And, I mean, let's be honest. Like, no. You want to win. You want to win the right way. Like, okay, in the 80s when guys they put concrete in their frames or what, them days are done.
Yep.
If you can't win straight up, if you can't beat dudes man to man, mano a mano, build to build, you're in the wrong sport. Get out of it.
Absolutely.
I want to beat a guy straight up, because if I cheated and beat Tixie, the maybe people at home would know it, but in my heart I wouldn't feel like a winner. But I'll tell you what, if I built my own car and I didn't cheat and I beat you, that would feel great internally,
Yeah. You know
Not
what?
just you. What you know what I'm
I'd
saying?
lay down for you to be beat by Josh Dacker.
Shut up.
That's like a benchmark.
Mute him, Bill. Mute him. What's going on, sir? You want to talk, or you're just watching? Chilling. That's fine. Johnny,
wait
up
a
here
minute.
chilling.
Johnny Gullo is chilling, finally. Folks,
You earned it.
You have not seen the stress this man has carried since day one that I got here. He's finally got that. I don't feel his heart beating in my back anymore. He's, no, that's huge.
So true.
Yeah.
All right, real quick, Johnny, let me go through the cars before we start talking here. This is heat number 2, 4 teams. We're going to take 2 out of here. Taking 2 out of here. Smith Metalworks, Corey Roman, Pete Hansen, Brett Relier, Chance Smith. Going against the Sleepers, Jace Rogers, Trevor Rogers, Chance Ogden, Neil Moore. Nebraska Strong plus Rob, Will Steinbeck, Rob Steinbeck, Rob Lang. And the last team, Mopar Express, Jamie McKinn, Crazy Cal, Golden Goblin out there, Richard Gomat and Tommy Gomat.
I know Nebraska Strong's down 1. I'm not sure about the other teams.
Yes.
Yeah, the wagon's not coming out. That thing was used up and pushed back hard, so.
That's Calvin, Crazy Cal Atkinson.
I think the track's really coming too. I think by tonight we'll just keep doing what we're doing, add a little, get it packing down, and by main event starts, we should have a really good.
People are saying and talking, I got messages and stuff, they're talking about how loose the track is.
That's a Western thing.
That's a Western thing. It's like, okay, every show that I've been to in Utah has got a pretty loose track. Look at the shows, look at the high intense shows that get put on out there. So you don't need a rock solid hard track to put on a good show. You just got to know car preparation, and that's for the Western boys.
If it was me driving yesterday, after I saw the first heat, I probably would have cut my A-arms and my chains loose.
Yeah, we talked about that.
We said that numerous times.
Let the suspension do what it's supposed to do.
But the problem of it is with this build, so many people get lazy when they get to put their A-frames down. They don't put springs in it.
Right.
Because you don't think ahead of that. You don't think ahead of that. So. It's like, well, should we put springs in the car? Or should we hit that box of beer and watch TV?
Explain that to the people at home, though. Why putting the spring in there is the necessity in that point?
Well, so the whole thing of it is your stock spring. So now you add a small block Chevy in this. Not every one of these cars came with the small block Chevy motor in it. These Fords come with an aluminum-based motor,
Right.
So it's lighter. So the springs, the pounds per inch of pressure is way lighter. So now when you have that and you get to put your A-frames, your upper A-frame part of your suspension, down here you get 2 plates to weld that down. So now you've got rigid suspension.
Yeah.
Well, so you don't need springs at that point.
Right.
So that's why you would overlook the spring and not put that in there, because you're welding your suspension. So as these tracks get rough like this, if you relieve that suspension and allow it to move and manipulate, that equalizes the pressure between all 4 wheels. It works just like how you're driving down the road.
Yeah.
So with that, now you get a rough track like this and you got next to no pressure on a drive wheel, you're shit out of luck.
Great point.
I mean, and that's where it's at. So, and I can't tell you, I've seen a lot of cars here that had stock springs in them still, and I'm guilty of it. You're building, you're so focused on so many different things that you kind of forget some key things like that. So
now I know you can buy ski and all these other springs, but if you were going to go to a junkyard and upgrade your springs, what are the kind of springs that you're suggesting to people?
1973 to 1976 Buick Big Block spring. That's the heaviest spring that they made that GM ever put out there.
You just taught a lot of people something. 'Cause I didn't know that.
I got a garage full of them.
I didn't know that.
Or you just go right to the parts store for $110. They sell an aftermarket Moog spring that, it's not ridiculously expensive. You don't have to spend $250 on one, but, that's, you can do it fairly economical. Here we go, guys. Watch. This thing is going to be insane.
Taking 2 out of this one, heat number 2. Wow, the Suicide's hung up in the middle of the track already. B34, Neil Moore. Trevor Rogers just hammering on at the start.
I don't think he even spun his wheels. He just, motor died.
No, he's hung on his rockers up at the firewall. His back tires are spinning, but he's just sitting there.
Just bellied out.
Now that's a problem with the Suicide Ticks, right? You can't really pull that down.
That is the problem. They're hard cars, but once they go, there's almost no repair to them, It's kind of like an 03. There we go. Boy, they are after Smith Metal Works.
Red flag. Hold up, red flag, drivers.
Hey, you got to watch them red flags.
So actually less dust. Even though it's drier, it's not really that dusty, sir.
No, so we got the tanks working on the back of the Widow. So it's drizzling water out as he's rolling it. And then I think we keep hitting with that other truck. I think we're going to be just fine as we keep going. We just got to, it's just this dirt just got that fine line between Play-Doh.
Right.
And just right. And you saw it. It dried out so fast this morning. As soon as the sun hit it, we came out in the morning and we're like, this is perfect.
Yeah.
As soon as the sun came over the buildings, sucked it.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny. You watch Smith Metal come out, and they kind of just drove around a little bit to see who was going to come after them. And now that they figured out who wasn't their friend, they are taking it to them.
And watch how they're driving now too. No power in. They're just easing into that throttle.
Trevor Rogers trying to get his buddy out, but might have hung himself.
Do it again.
Will Steinbeck coming across.
know, it's kind of funny. Last night it was that side of the track. Today it's this side of the track.
B. Hansen's motor sounds really good out there. Steinbeck and Lang beating up on Trevor Rogers on the top side.
Lang's got to watch that rear bumper. You're going to get hung up on it, backing up, but don't fall off. Oh, there it goes. Shut it down, boys.
Cody sees it.
Did you not see it?
Yeah, Cody sees it. So last night, I don't know if you remember, but I said at one point I thought I saw a tranny cross member in the dirt.
Yes,
it was.
It ended up being Will Steinbeck's. He ended up breaking his. He told me that they had bolted it and never welded it, and it broke right off. He was upset at himself about it, but we did see a tranny cross member on the ground. And he said what happened was as soon as he lost it, his motor dropped back, broke his cap, and he was out because of the cap. He was so upset at himself for it.
You know, these cars are not, you know, they have a little bit of pressure to them in the tunnel, but these are not a distributor protector pressured car, you know.
Right.
I mean, you could have a tranny cross member fall out of a pressure car and it wouldn't matter because it's all at the firewall.
Yeah.
But, you know, these cars are not pressured like that. This is a mild build. This is a, I love this build.
And surprisingly, they are holding up.
You know, that was our biggest concern at the beginning of the week was we're not going to have enough car left for the feature. And, you know,
it shows how great these crews are.
You know, you put them back together, and you know, people had asked, well, don't you think 8 plates is too much? No, not at all.
No,
it's a perfect number. I love it.
And here's 6 more.
Yeah, yeah.
And they were what, 4x4, 6x6?
4x6.
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 4x6 by quarter.
Damn. That covers some room there.
And there's none left to be going back to Minnesota with me. We gave them all away.
So what I'm getting from the officials, car 788 has a ruptured fuel tank. So
oh no, Mopar Express. 788 with a broken gas tank. Crazy Cal's got a crack in the gas tank. They're probably going to pull.
His flag.
They're just going to leave it.
Pull the driver, leave the car.
Mopar Express loses a guy, Crazy Cal. Too bad for them. M29 still in there, McKinn.
Nebraska still in.
Smith Metal still doing good.
Still moving.
There's a couple spots out there that look a little bit of a dig in some holes, but some spots look good. Will Steinbeck coming around. Who's he going to go after? 17 of Jace Rogers.
You know, on the other side of that, the looser track is saving these cars a little bit.
Yeah. So, Johnny, again, whoever is the first team out of each heat today is eliminated.
No, that was last night.
Oh, that was last night.
So everyone running today is in for the next show.
Okay. Maybe tonight when you come on, we can talk about that a little bit more.
Here comes old man Rob, just putting along. Working suspension, like we said. I think even if you got the rear working, that's an advantage.
Yeah.
Oh! Woo! Chance Ogden holding on Rob Lang on here on the top side. Chance's motor sounds good.
See, that's where I think making the mistake. Putting all that horsepower in when you're trying to push someone in this dirt.
Yeah, just burying yourself.
Smart.
Yeah. Getting a little soft on this top side.
Yep.
Ogden was just holding his own down there, waiting for them to move to get out of there. Better not turn the back on him.
They timed Rob out. We got 2 Nebraska. 3 Smith Metal, right? Or 4?
I think all 4 Smith Metal still in it.
No,
oh, no.
He's down.
Okay, Corey broke his stick. Corey Roman broke his stick on the far end. Steinbeck still looking straight in the front of it. I mean, he's taking his time with it, but it looks good in the front there. This could be about it. Smith going to be holding it in Chance. Steinbeck's holding in Rogers. And down on the far end of the track, they're holding McKim in. Just letting that clock tick through.
All 4.
McKim just honing on it down there, but they're not going to let him out.
No. All right, guys, I'll be right back.
See you, sir.
Thank you, Johnny.
I'll send Bobby up.
Yeah, send Bobby up. So it looks like heat number 2 done. Smith Metalworks pulling it out. Along with Nebraska Strong, plus Rob Lang.
Looks like we got moving on. Nebraska Strong.
2 more teams headed out to the big money tonight.
So Nebraska Strong plus Rob and Smith Metalworks moving on to the main event of the evening. Later on tonight at 5 o'clock here at Sin City Showdown at the Plaza Hotel and Casino. Heat number 3, get ready to come to the arena. Heat number 3.
They are pumping them through. They're already calling heat number 3 up.
Yeah, they're not wasting any time. That's awesome.
Pounding through today.
Well, they want to get them back to the pits and let them work on them for the feature, you know, and the wipeouts.
So heat number 3 coming up. Hooligans, which is that white and green team, dark green team. The show, Mark Siopa, Todd Siopa, Ziz, and Toast versus Team Nodak, Ettinger, Bauer, Bettenhausen, and Mittleader. So next heat's going to be good. Larry Steinbeck been up a little bit, but he don't look bad.
That was a really good heat.
The track did start getting chewed up a little bit, though, on that one.
Oh, yeah. I think they need some water on it.
Yeah.
They need some water to bind it back up and make it tacky again, like that first heat rolled out. But no doubt, them boys made some junk out of them cars. I heard Siopa's is putting the man, the myth, the legend, Joey Pernice in Todd's car to
I
come
believe
out.
that. Joey's a hell of a driver.
He's coming out. I'm hearing if Joey gets him to the next round, then Todd gets in it. We shall see.
Well, if you guys don't know the Siopas, Todd gives away cars like they're watered. You go up there and Todd's like, here, jump in it. One night, Matt and I went up there to do a live stream, and before we get on, Todd's like, you're both running cars tonight. It's like, nah. He's like, nope, I brought them. These are for you. And Ben and I both ran a feature that night.
Hell yeah.
Ben got second. He ran 55 minutes.
That's awesome.
Ben kicked ass. Listen to this story. So Todd and Ben they're both in clamshell wagons, going to pull out on the track at the same time. Todd goes, Ben, you get that one, I get this one. So they get in it. I go to help Ben, you know. Well, Ben's shorter. And so Ben goes to get in it, and he can't reach the pedals. He has to slide all the way to the front, right? Well, actually, in the first car, he was tight. Ben was perfect, but Todd was tight. Todd had it all the way like this. So Todd goes, as they're pulling out on the track, Todd's like, Decker, I need to switch with Ben. So they get out of cars and switch. Todd's perfect. I get over to Ben. Ben can't reach the pedals. And Ben's like, what the hell, Decker? You know, so I'm like, whatever, you'll be fine. Ask Ben, but 55 minutes later, when Ben got done with the Derby, his pants were down around his ankles. Because every time he would try to slide up, his pants kept going down and down and down. And Ben's pants were on his ankles.
Oh, my God.
And what a night, man. Ben and Mark Siopa duked it out for probably 10 minutes head-to-head, and it was awesome to watch. It was one of the best nights watching Ben run. He was happier than hell, you know.
Yeah, that Siopas don't break sticks. It don't care if it's brother on brother.
No.
They don't care who it is.
Oh.
Shit's getting wrecked. They are taking home. I mean, it's awesome watching those guys when it comes down to them.
A couple years ago, and they brought their Blizzard Bash cars, the new Alex, and they come down to Mark and Todd, and they were hitting nose to nose in these wagons that were perfectly straight at the beginning. 5 shots into them with Blizzard Bash built cars, they were bent up, you know, and it's like, man, you guys are just knocking your own teeth out of each other, you know?
Definitely.
If you ever get the privilege, don't ever be shy to go meet the Siopa racing team. Some really great cats. I mean, you know, some people get shy when they hear a big name or something like that, and they don't want to go introduce themselves or anything like that. I tell you what, they're great people. They put on a good spread for the Derby family. They take care of people. You know, they're just regular passion Derby drivers like all of us. So,
yes.
You know, take the chance and go meet them, go shake their hands. I mean, it's they're great people.
Well, speaking to that, you know, we get a lot of people as we walk around as a group. You know, people will come up and say, like, oh, I always wanted to meet you, Tix, or oh, Skinny, I've always wanted to meet you. And
yes, sir.
I love that.
Yeah.
Like, I got in an elevator last night, maybe my old lady, and it's like 5 or 6 people. We don't, you know, I walk in and all of a sudden, Decker, oh, Decker. Thank you, guys. I love that. And I love when people say, Josh, I just want to introduce myself to you because I watch you. I love that. If you ever
awesome.
Want to come talk to me, please. I dig that, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Oh, and going back, you talked earlier about people coming to your house, building. I'm the same way. You ever want to learn how to put something on? I build on every weekend. I'm always building cars in my house. Come watch us put a bumper on. Come help us. Come help us put cages in.
Come help me hold that damn bumper up there. They're heavy.
Listen, I'll teach you anything you want if you come help. You just got to put some work.
Absolutely.
If you're not listen to me. If you're not a person that wants to put work in and you just want to come over and say, Decker, give me a car, no. But I'll tell you right now, if you want to come to my house and do some work and earn it, I'll give you cars.
Yes, sir.
I'll give you cars. You just got to come earn it.
That's what I told Hall Hunter's kids, you know, with the football team. Hunter's 13 running cars. All his team members love it. So they all come in and cheer Hunter on at the last few days.
Love it.
And now some of the other kids are like, how do we get to do this? I said, all you got to do is get permission from your parents, and I got you a car.
Yep.
You're more than welcome to come by my house, strip
You just got to
the car.
come do the work.
You got to do the work. I'll make it safe for you.
I'll walk you through it.
Yep, and you guys can have a car. I'll haul it to the Derby for you. Hell, I'll even pay your damn entry fee just so you kids can run.
100%, Skin.
Yes, sir. And I got plenty of cars for, and I'm all for giving to the kids. But a grown-ass man that wants something for free, go earn that shit.
Damn right.
Hey, man, talking about the youth of the Derby sport right here. My little nephews are at my place with my brother watching, man. Brantley, Grayson, love you guys. You guys enjoy the time. We'll see you guys next weekend.
How was that fuel leak out there? You guys see that from here?
How was it? We couldn't see it from here.
Ruptured the whole side of the tank right out. Split it all the way down. Looked like a waterfall coming out the side of the tank.
Yuck.
Oh, wow.
Gallons of fuel out of that sucker. Probably a 15-gallon, 12-gallon tank. Ruptured it. But, man, them guys were stroking each other out there.
Oh, my
Crazy
gosh.
Cal ain't no joke.
No.
He'll rip your heart out with that front bumper if he can get it when he's in the battle. When he's in the heat of the moment, he's a tough SOB.
I remember I went down to a show down in Iowa, and the first time I ever ran into Mopar Express, man, I had T-Bone hold of me, and Calvin
literally ran into him.
Oh, my God. They
sir.
wadded me up in about 5 hits. I mean, if they had another 10-foot of track, they would have used it to say it's a full track shot.
Decker, you're giving cars away. I'll be there tomorrow. I'm not giving them away. You're going to have to work for them.
You're earning them.
But I'll tell you what, you earn it. I'm cool with that, man. I love people getting in the sport. And I got so many cars in my house, I'm not going to run them all. I can't. They'll start rusting before I can run them all. And you know what? Let me say this. When I started going out west, Jesse Keel was the first person that ever built me a car and said, Decker, when you come to Minnesota, you got a car. Then Bando gave me a bunch of them. Cody Midleader gave me one. Siopa's give me one. Rachel Izoric gave me one. I love that. I love that. And I turned it where I go back home and I want to give cars back. They made my day, and I want to give back. And I'm going to throw this out there, a challenge to everybody listening. Meet a friend in a different state. Meet a friend in another part of the country and tell that friend, I'll build you a car if you build me a car. I'll come to your house and hang for a week.
Yep.
You come to my house. I promise you that week you'll never forget. It'll be better than if you would have built it yourself and run it. The memory you will have and your friendships that you make. I've made the best friends in this sport from running cars and giving my cars away, you know?
Absolutely.
And I personally love, and Skinny, I'm yelling at you because I had you the cleanest shocker, ready to go, big block in it. That's SOB. You were going to win with that.
Really? We got to go there?
Sorry. But I love watching, like if you were out there, Johnny's out there, my buddy Cody's out there. I love watching guys in my cars, smiles on their face, junk and stuff. And you don't care about it because it ain't yours. And, and you're having more fun because of that. You know, I dig that stuff. And Skinny, you would have won that day. You would have won that day, you SOB. Well, I put it to the side. It's still sitting there for you, Big Papa. You hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
It's still sitting already. And you know what's the worst part about it? You hate Mopar. You would have won with it, and you would have been a lover after that. You would have been. I would have made you a Mopar lover that day.
All right, I'll see you in the spring.
Done.
You even offered me one. I said, I'll get you in a van. I'll get you in something, Tixie. You just get your ass out here. And it's like, then we had problems. And
next year.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Next year,
brother.
brother.
Next year, for sure.
Well, Danny Ogden come out. My buddies Brian Leonard built him a van, and Danny had like the time of his life. First shot in, Danny's back seat, the seat broke, and Danny laid right back out. And Ben jumped in it, pushed it back up, tied a rope behind Danny like from side to side, and then we let Danny go back. That was awesome.
If I was there, they would have tied the rope around my neck and said,
it was like, get out of here, Tix. You're out.
And sent you, Tix.
You're out of here.
That's love.
But, yeah, if you're next year, San Filippo 20, we're having a muscle car heat. I'm sure you heard of it. You can send the hate to me later. I don't care. It is for children with a terminal disease. And the reason we're doing muscle cars is we needed a catch. We needed a gimmick. And there's nothing that catches the ear more than muscle car.
Sure.
And it sure's caught some ears.
Oh, you've done some good things, Decker.
Oh, yeah.
Love it.
And it's for kids. It's for kids. So when you're sending me hate, remember it's like we lost 5 kids this year under the age of 9 from this disease, and cars don't mean shit.
Mm-hmm.
No.
They don't mean shit to these kids, and they don't care. I've seen these kids pass. I've looked them in the eyes. I've been to their funerals. I don't care about your hate of car. I don't care about cars.
That's right.
I care about changing kids' lives.
Amen.
And someday, Demolition Derby. We've raised over $200,000 towards this charity. Someday they're going to say that Demolition Derby cured a disease.
Yeah, that's
the
huge.
community of our sport. It's bigger than us.
Amen.
And we're working towards it. And someday they're going to say it. And anybody at home that doesn't know what it is, it's a disease that it eats children away. Most of them do not get through their teens. They don't even get into their teens, okay? They're dying before that age. And from the money that we've raised, they've already started doing clinical trials with these children, and there's already kids showing benefits from it, okay? So when you're going to give that last $5, that last $5 matters. So
yes, sir.
Thank you for everybody that's given. We've given almost 200 grand derbies raised.
That is insane numbers. That is just
that's
awesome.
Huge. Kudos to all you boys
and
out there.
I'll never forget the first year we did it, we only raised 11 grand, and I had this lady come up to me, and she said to me, 10 grand? 10 grand? That's nothing. And she was real snotty about it. It made me so motivated because I'm like, screw this lady. Like, the next year we did 26. We did 65, and then this year we did $68,000.
Where's that lady at today?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you're out there listening, turn off the TV. We don't want you in our world.
Exactly. I love you.
I want to go kick her in her cab over.
I love you guys. But some people just, they talk before they think,
Oh, I know how that is.
Yeah.
General population.
Yeah. Sperm bank.
Working the track a little bit here. We're going to go into round number 3, then a round number 4, and we're going to take a break for a while. Go get
lunch.
Go get some lunch, chill out for a little bit, and then we're going to come
the
back
rest
with
of you get dinner. We're getting lunch.
Yeah,
we're getting lunch.
Because it's 81 degrees and sunny right now. Hot as hot.
It is.
But we're all going back to the frozen tundra of the north.
Ugh.
The north. Not me. I'm going back to at least 40s.
I'm going back to work. That's going to just destroy me next week.
Oh, I know, because you're going to be trying to get off the Vegas time.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I fly in at 12:30 in the morning, and I have to be downtown Minneapolis with a tower crane at 4:30 a.m.
Oh, wow.
I'm going to get some sleep on that plane. And the layover in Phoenix.
You got a layover out?
Yes.
I love them direct flights.
Chad Andrews watching?
I actually got online this morning to see if I couldn't find the wife and I a direct flight back.
Yeah.
Katie and I flew direct flight. It's our first time ever. Usually Johnny sends me to Florida, Minnesota, to Texas, to Utah.
Does he not own a freaking map? Because
he doesn't understand geography well, I don't think. I've had this conversation with him 40 times. You know, he's like, "Oh, I'm going to fly you into Buffalo." It's like, Buffalo is 5 hours from my house, or, you know. But it's great because he used to fly me and Ben in Buffalo, which is in the way western part of New York. Well, I live like the southern center part. I'm way over here. Me and Ben used to land at 3 o'clock in the morning and then drive 3 or 4 hours home, right? So I used to harass Johnny about it. So you guys, Johnny flew out a couple months ago. He landed to go see his mom in Buffalo. He had to drive all the way to my house. Well, he gets to my house at 8 o'clock at night. First thing, he gets out of that car and he goes, "Oh, my, what a horrible drive. That is so far. My gosh, you guys drive that from the airport?" Yeah, exactly, sir. You know how crappy that is. I've done it 10 damn times.
Yeah.
And when I'm screaming at you on the phone that don't do that to me anymore, I'm being serious. Don't do that to me anymore.
Well, I live 20 minutes from Minneapolis Airport.
Okay.
All right. So we got a Rochester Airport down there that flies out, and they jump over to Chicago and stuff like that. Well, Johnny's like, well, I mean, the Rochester Airport down there's flights that go to Chicago, and then you can jump and go to Vegas. And it's like, and I appreciate the flight out here, Johnny. That's not what I'm saying. And I'm like, but I'm 20 minutes from the big airport. Let's go to the big
right
airport.
to the big one.
And that's another thing. I mean, Johnny and Gumby, they fly all of us out here. I mean, they spend an amount of money to try to get good people out here to bring the show. You know, it's a national show. They need national help. They do it. Shortchange.
They're not scared to spend the money. No. And I was with Johnny at the hotel. He booked 49 rooms for officials only. His workers were 49 rooms, man.
Yeah, wow.
Johnny Watson from Canada watching at home says he's going to build me a truck, 5,000 to win. Done, sir. Sold. I'll take it. You come back down, I'll build you something, even though my stuff's nowhere near as good as yours. You know what's funny? Sometimes I tell people I'll build them cars, and they're like, "Nah, I'll pass." I seen your cars, Decker. I'm going to pass on that.
Bubblegum welding, lava samples.
I think
swing
I do
sets
all right.
in the back seat.
You know,
Let's do it.
I thought I was okay. I'll never forget, though. I built a Chrysler, and Bando come out to run an extreme class out in San Filippo, and he come out a couple days earlier, and he looked the car over, and I see him just shaking his head. And it's like, "Sam, what?" He's like, "Decker, I thought I taught you better on these." And I'm like, "Well, you can't do all the things that you teach me, man. You can't do that crap out here."
Yeah.
No. If I'm going to the Turkey Derby, I got a Mini I can jump in, Dalton. I appreciate that offer, brother.
Nice. How do I get to come to your Derby?
It's August, and I
remember we've been through that. We've been through that.
Damn it. I need some blackmail pictures, you and farm animals, something, whatever, so then you have to come, you know?
Well, I'll tell you, I watched what you were doing. You did some really cool stuff. You know, I love the video that you made over
that's
it was cool, man. It was great.
You know what? Insight 7 up there in Minnesota, they got some, they want to help bring the Derby to a whole different level and stuff like that. And we were talking about sponsorships and everything like that. And we kind of got this put together a little bit to try to get, you know, some businesses and corporations to assist to bring better things to the Derby world.
Yeah.
You know, we don't have huge payouts up in Minnesota, but we want to try to put a national level show on up there. And they put this video together. You can go on Skinny's page, my page, Decker's shared it. It's all over the place. Take a look at that thing and share the living heck out of it, because I use that as a tool to show, you know, that's part of my business plan, as we were talking about.
Yeah.
I use that as a tool to try to bring stuff into the Derby world, you know. And it's not to put money in my pocket, it's to put money in my driver's pocket.
Yes, exactly.
And that's where it's at. I mean, but yeah, get on there, view it, share it. I mean, it's at I don't know, 50,000, 70,000 views, something like that. I mean, I want to get 100,000 views. I want it to go viral, and you know, using that, like, you know, talking to Monster Energy Drink, you know, it's like I send it out and I try to get their attention and stuff like that. And no, they killed it. And you guys, one thing that I was in the hospital the day before that after Skinny gave me the disease in Utah. You know, I was in the hospital, and they interviewed me and everything like that. And but no, it was really cool. It was a lot of fun doing it, and they did such an amazing job with it. It was it.
And that showed why you're the man, because I don't know if people knew how sick you were and that your heart was. I know how you feel. Like I'll die at the end of the night, but I'm going to make sure this gets through. I'm going to get through this night. Yep. And you wreck limos out there, right? That was the sickest. That was, dude. I love that video. I was like, man, I gotta get out. I gotta get out to Tixie's area.
You know, they do. You know, we always try to do something crazy for the fans because, you know, there's 3 key parts to the Demolition Derby. You've got the promoter that's putting the show on. You got the fans in the stands, and you got the drivers. And guess what? There's not one of them that's more important than the other.
Correct.
You know,
great point.
It takes everybody to make it. So I want to give something to the fans. I want to, you know, make sure that we're putting something on that is entertaining. I mean, it's a production, and that's what it is. I mean, it's like wrestling.
Listen to you. You're fantastic. Absolutely right.
So that's where we did the limos. You know, I went out and I bought some limos the one year, and it's like, you know, what are you going to do with these?
I loved it.
We're going to wreck these bastards.
Oh, it was awesome.
And, you know, we gave them to some buddies, and they built them. And, you know, next thing you know, we're putting motors right next to the rear end. And
that was cool.
And they got passengers in them. I mean, it
was crazy. It was wild.
Yeah.
And I'm copying your idea because I've already have 4 limos of friends, and I seen it, and it's like, you know, I'm going to copy Tixie's idea here.
It's badass.
Yeah.
You know, it's like copy away. You know what? If you guys see something that works out there that I do, copy it. Copy it. Do it. I mean, you know.
That's what I learned. If you're helping your sport, if you take something good you see and bring it to your fans and your drivers, no one's upset about that.
No,
You're helping.
Yeah.
You're helping.
Yeah, I
agree. For so many years, Derby was just the same format. Heats, features, you go home. But now we're learning, just like you're saying, let's bring some fun into it. Let's wreck some muscle cars, some relics, some limos, some buses, just for fun.
Yeah.
Just for fun.
And if you see me doing something bad, you should probably join in because it's going to be fun.
Great answer.
True story.
That's funny. One other thing I wanted to touch on this morning, Bill and I were talking this morning, and I don't know if you guys know this, but we had over 24,000 people watch night 1.
Wow.
And people will say, well, Josh, if I click on it twice, it's a double view. No, we had 24,000 original IPs it came from.
Wow.
And how many people sit there and watch it by themselves?
A few.
Maybe the most people that have ever watched the Demolition Derby ever happened the other night. And maybe tonight we can beat that.
Oh, that's awesome. 24,000 people tuning in.
Live.
Free pay-per-view.
That's kick-ass.
Remember them numbers back home. Okay, so if you want to hire us, if you want your Derby to grow instantly, get a hold of us.
Get a business plan. We don't need a business plan to come to your house. We just
thank you.
Use us and get some sponsorships and stuff.
We had to work with Rocco messaging me here from the production crew. I got a little hot this morning, but I calmed down. It was my fiery Italian inside me. I got fiery, and I calmed down, and we all worked together, and it's actually going to be better.
You wanted to fight.
You heard me.
Yeah, I'm going to fight.
I actually called Ben.
It's a freaking spaghetti and meatball.
I'm fiery sometimes, man. My mom right off the boat from Abruzzo, Italy, and Italians get fired up. That's the one thing I got from my mom. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah, unfortunately, me and Rocco just never see eye to eye.
Well, you heard me call Ben. I go, Ben, I'm about to fight. And it's I love Ben. Ben is so great.
Yeah.
Because he come over and actually helped me. Right. He actually helped me. Ben knows to calm me down. One time, Ben told me he was going to knock me out unless I calmed down. And guess what? I calmed down very quickly.
You know, Ben is one of those quiet, scary people.
Oh, yeah.
I would not want to be on the wrong side of Ben.
But I'll tell you what, if Ben's upset at you, you earned it because
no doubt.
He's a great guy.
He may be King Dickhead, but he's only King Dickhead when he's got to be.
Well, and you know,
like all of us.
I'm going to throw something out here. He was at my house. We were building cars, and a driver called for this event. And they were saying some really negative things to Ben. And Ben 100% professional, stayed cool, calm, and stuff. And I said, Ben, like, I couldn't have done what you did. You know,
Right.
People say he gets mad, but he also is very good at staying calm.
Yeah.
All right, so Hooligans is the white and the dark green on the top and white. That's Eric White in the 729, Jeremy McPherson in the 56, and Donnie Case in the number 3. The show, Mark Siopa is in the 001. I call him the moneymaker. That guy is just incredible on the track. Todd Siopa in the 501. We all love Todd.
Ziz is back.
It actually looks like little Joey in there.
Yeah, Ziz is back in his car, though.
Ziz in the 00 out of Ohio. Scott Zuzzelman and Toast in the 484. And the black team with green decals, that is Team Nodak. Jacob Edinger, Dustin Bauer, Mitchell Bettenhausen, and Cody Mittlitter, all out of North Dakota. I'm wishing some luck from Cody Mittlitter here. They've had to fight through it. Cody built a vehicle for himself. His wife built one for the all-ladies team, so they brought 2 vehicles down for this event, and that's stressful to try to get 2 vehicles each heat back together. I mean, these guys have to be exhausted out here from that team. So let's get a little bit of love to Team Nodak out here.
Oh, it's like Siopa's too, you know. They had to change. Well, half the crew went Vegas, half the crew went Blizzard Bash,
Right.
which I thought was cool. And then Eric and Ponzer,
Yep.
both going to run Bash, had both their cars though, and just came from Bash to right here. I thought that's badass.
Exhausted.
Not like 2 big derbies back to back in 2 different parts of the country.
Exactly. 3 teams here. We're only taking 1 for tonight's feature. Who's going to be the final winning team? 3 great teams here. Is everyone by themselves? Or are 2 of them going to work together?
I think it's everybody versus. Nope. All right. That's how it's going to work. It's going to be the Cali boys are working with Siopas. Yeah, the Hooligans are going to work with Siopas. And Ziz
Yeah, they
is
got
stuck.
Ziz is stuck, and so is Todd.
A lot of wheel hop out of number 405 of Edinger. Oh, here comes a shot. Oh, Mittlitter just gets in the
Ziz
back of
got
Ziz.
They're in that worst part of the track. Right there's a huge hole. These guys just got to get in and fill that hole between the seat. They have to do it. Toast broke off a stick there. Looks like not on purpose.
Mittlitter just broke his stick off in the 102, waving it.
If I was...
Ziz just got over the top of Bauer, but he might be hung in him. Ziz trying to work himself out. Gets
There he
off.
goes, gets off. Toast is down over there. He's kind of held in.
Number 3, Donnie Case. Oh.
Heard that axle break.
Wow. That was an axle, right?
Oh, yeah, that axle's done.
Wow, that was loud.
I'd go to the other end of the track. The entrance is the hardest part of the track. Stay out of that. Behind 102 is the biggest hole that just eating guys up. It's flour. Look how that entrance is just tacky.
Talcum powder looking.
Yep, that's exactly right. Where's Nick King? He's got to get some of that on him.
Yeah.
He goes, buys this stuff. Shit, there's a whole pile laying out there.
Man, the back of Toast's car looks awesome.
Yeah, that baby's
Ooh,
slipped
she's
right
tight.
in the corner.
God, I wish I could have that car back.
Well, maybe he's going to owe you some of his winnings out of that, maybe. Edinger getting worked in the middle of the track here by Team Hooligans. Jeremy McPherson in the 56, trying to get it fired back up.
You know what? That entrance down there is breaking apart now too, though, in the worst way.
Is that Mark hung?
Mark is hung, buried.
Mark is buried against that wall down there. God, that is a risky spot to try to get him out of there, too. Ziz got him.
Siopa's back to the show, I'm sorry. Team show back to full strength.
It's a dry dust, Johnny.
Bernice takes a tire shot.
Take that shot, Toast. Toast dragging that left front or something? Got a low tire? Yeah, it looks like Toast is down on the left front. Yeah, he's got a flat. Left front's flat.
Yes, it is.
That's going to hold him. You don't want to get in this shit down here. Yeah, you see Mark's arms come off the wheel?
I did.
He like just spirited trying to jump and look, you hit the powder, they slow down, get out of the powder, and they go fast as all. Wrong spot to be, Mark.
Mark Siopa, one of the most calmest guys ever in a car. He's just like so chill.
Sure.
Never gets, I bet his heart rate just doesn't even rise. He's so chill in there.
I wonder what happened to Wolfman. He didn't make it back out. I wonder if he had big time failure or just no car left.
I don't think there's any car left for him.
Wait, here's Wolfman right here, isn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he is out there. Shit, this is my man Garcia. Yeah, they had the wrong guy on the paper. Okay.
Yeah, they do. They do. I'm sorry. Wolfman is out there.
Ziz stuck in him. Might as well check that right front bearing. Ziz took a hard shot there, man, didn't he?
Oh,
but he got just plastered. He'll feel that. Should. Live video.
For who? I'll do it.
We haven't done one.
Yeah, kind of forgot about it.
Wolfman's hung. They're all hung. Look, they all got off him. 10 seconds. Okay. That's it. One more to go here to break off. And it's all but over, Mike. The show may be going to the big show.
There it is.
Toast gives one more for sure shot. Mark taps up a little bit. Joey taps up a little bit, and I think Ziz just flat-ass hung in him. That was quick heat 3.
That was.
That's it. That's it. The show is advancing. Good job, guys.
Good job.
Congrats to all of them,
Excellent.
man.
Yep.
Great show, guys. Good heat. Hooligans, the show in Nodak, and the show is advancing.
Heat number 4, be ready to come into the arena, please. Heat number 4, be ready.
Heat number 4 coming up next. I think Josh is going out there to get some on-track interviews.
Oh, yeah.
He's out there talking with Toast.
Toast is just bouncing. He's pinging right now.
You see that?
Man.
He's happy.
Yeah.
He got us shook the hair, all the dirt out of his hair. Love it.
That is great. like Toast said, he goes, this is a bucket list thing right here. You know, this is just, you know, Vegas and Derby in here and travel.
Waiting on Josh is going to do an on track.
They got all this nice audio equipment and stuff. We kind of forgot about giving you guys some nice on-track interviews and stuff. We've been bringing them up here to the table and letting them.
All right, Decker down here. Decker down here with Toast. Vince, the car looks great. The back was tightening up super strong. You guys look great out there. How do you feel going into the big money?
I feel great, but you still got to be on your A game. I mean, there's a lot of good drivers, a lot of good cars, so.
Now, you get to go to the feature. Do you guys feel that you have some other teams that you're going to be able to work with, or are you going to be out there all by yourself?
I hope so.
All right, so the cars look good. You guys are all in something different. Do you think your guys are going to be looking strong out there in the feature?
Yeah, I feel like everybody's in their car comfort.
Yeah.
So everybody knows what they're doing on their car. So.
A lot of people rooting you on back home. We wish you guys the best of luck.
I appreciate it.
See you later, buddy.
Awesome.
That's great. That is great.
Huge.
If you can zoom in and see his face, I mean, he is nothing but great.
Okay, if you guys can hear me. I'm down here with Mark Siopa. Mark, you got hung down here on the bottom side. Ziz comes get you out of there, right? How you feeling going into the feature?
Good, a little sore, but fast.
Track getting a little bit better here for you?
Yeah, today, yeah, it's a lot faster. Bouncy, rough, you know, but cars are still good. We're going dancing. We're dancing. We're going to the end.
Absolutely. Going to the big money. Mark, I call you the money maker every time because I think you're one of the best out there. How do you think you guys will do in the feature tonight?
We're going to do good. Cars are still good. They're all good.
We wish you a ton of luck, sir.
Thank you.
Back up to you guys.
Thank you. Thank you there, Decker.
Yeah, that was good.
That's cool doing little on-track interviews. Totally forgot about them yesterday, won't lie, but what?
Yeah. There was a lot of stuff going on yesterday.
Yes,
I mean,
sir.
with the track, with some repairs, plates, with just tons of stuff was going on. And it's pretty easy to forget some things like that. And you know, I don't know what our excuse is for Thursday, but.
We just had to get here and get the sand under our feet, Mike.
Oh, there's sand.
Or out of our eyes and crack. I don't know which one was it.
I had crack.
Yeah, you did.
No, what the heck? Butt crack.
All right, that was Heat 3, folks, of the first half of today's show. We got one more to go. One more to go here for Heat 4. Heat 4 is going to be Raw Racing, which is Barry Passmore Jr., and Caleb Roy versus AB Boys, Kyle Nedzi, Hedrick, Dare Dick, Steve Charlin, Steve Nenstrom. Taking on just one more, Dookie Strauss, Shea Walden, Kurt Zacharias, and CJ Zacharias. And I'll tell you what, I had a ball watching. I know you guys were up here doing the live, but there was none better than watching little CJ work that son of a gun over. And I know his dad's a hell of a, but CJ was laying the wood to folks.
I like
last
CJ
night.
a lot.
Yeah.
He can drive, man.
He gave me the old hang on Hawaii
yeah.
sign, like, Skin, we're ready to do this shit.
I like CJ a lot.
Yes, sir.
You know, young guy, been around derby cars his entire life, you know, because of his father and stuff like that. Minnesota guys. And, you know, CJ's just a good guy, likes to throw down and party. And just I love seeing the youth like that. And he is not afraid to go against the best in the business. He has no fear. He'll take it to you.
And, you know, I have like I envy father-sons that work together because my dad doesn't care what I do, and he's probably only watched 3 derbies in my whole life. But
Right.
I would kill for my dad and me to be working on cars and going in the shop and running together and high-fiving and hugging your dad after a heat would be like,
Yeah.
oh, my God. And I watch them, and it's like, God, my kid's not into derbying like I am, and I'm not pushing him at all.
Nope.
But it's, you know, I would love if my kid was as much into
Do
it
this,
as
yes.
Yeah.
That's why I enjoy Hunter doing it. I really do.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
the best thing. Now, all my kids, besides Serena, my middle child, she don't care for derby. He'll break her nail.
Well, we started doing youth derbies back home, which is 12 to 15.
Yeah.
Dad gets to ride with them, mom, whoever gets to ride with them. And I like it because me and my kid build cars, compacts. But this year we're gonna do a V8 youth derby at one of our shows. I'm
Nice.
excited about it. I want to put my boy in My group wants to do 80s and newer, but you know me. I want that old iron. I want to stick my kid. I want to stick my 15-year-old in a fresh Chrysler. You know, it's really what I want to do. But
I said the same thing, and I like Hunter coming up to the compacts because the way the compacts whoop your ass.
Oh, definitely.
They will whoop your ass. There's no doubt. That thing's hurt, but you know, it's easy to get a feel for it. You know, gas tank, move the battery, hook up a couple wires, throw you a squeeze bar in there, knock off the bumper covers, let's go derby.
Yes.
That's what I enjoy. But Hunter's bugging me for some old iron, but he's got a 71 Chevy laying out back. But I told him you got to get out and strip it, son.
You're damn right, man. Dad ain't doing it.
No, I ain't doing that shit.
No.
Nobody did it for Dad.
Oh, that's right. I want to touch on Skip back in Kansas. Says it's after 12. Screw this PG-13 talk and let her rip, guys.
No. The answer to that is no. It's not what we're going to do.
Decker, don't you got somewhere to go?
No, I don't. No, I don't. Don't make me fire you guys. You know, I love you guys. You're the best there is.
Hey,
I'll have to get second tier in.
Let's go.
No. That's not what we do. Unfortunately, your mother's watching, and your niece is watching, and your grandkids are watching, and I'm about raising the level, not.
I like how you're backpedaling on protecting us.
I'm protecting you, okay? I've been through many days of dealing with those exact conversations, trust me. Learn from my mistakes.
Yeah. 448 Design out there, Jacob Prusman. Thanks for tuning in, buddy.
Jacob, he messaged me and said, Josh, I'm going to donate decals for all the ladies' teams, and they all got wraps, and it was just so cool of him. I want to thank 448 Design, Jacob Prusman. If you need door wraps, hit this guy up. He's fast, he's quick, he does great work, and super great guy. He had some tough luck out there last couple weeks ago.
Yeah. Yep.
But super great dude. So if you need wraps, get with him. 448 Designs.
Jordan Burgess is watching us back in Indiana. Thanks, buddy. Trent Beasley says the whole Beasley family is watching from Belvedere, Illinois. Thank you, guys. Appreciate y'all.
I haven't heard nothing from my dad and my kids, so they must not have shot anything today.
Elvis Thumb was here yesterday. Flew back this morning.
He did?
Yeah, but he said he's watching us.
I love Elvis.
Yeah, for sure.
Elvis is one of the greatest guys. Every time I've done anything charity, Elvis has messaged me, stepped up, helped me. He's one of the greatest guys ever. He gives back a ton. If you need a slider, E2 sliders, I got 4 of them in my garage, and I love them, and I love dealing with him. And
yes, sir.
if you need a slider, E2, because he's a great guy.
Yeah.
He's a great man.
Everybody, the mother out there watching. Levi Turner, Dustin Delk, Jesse Leroy, Reno Regazzi, Cody Adams, Larry Sullivan, Stephen Bauer, Dustin Hamilton, Dalton Lee, Elvis Thumb, the whole JD King. Everybody's out here watching. What, Kemsley text you? No.
Boar's watching from the combine, which is pretty awesome.
Old school picture.
Appreciate that, Boar.
Yeah, Dave Kemsley texted me. Let's see what Dave's got to say.
Kemsley, why don't you ever text me? What do I got to do to become friends with Kemsley?
What's up, Skin? Just picked up a 70 Chevy wagon out of Washington State, watching you on the way home. Hell yeah, Alberta Cowboy. But why the hell aren't you here if you're only in Washington?
I know. Kemsley should be here for sure.
You're like 2 hours away. Come on.
Come on, dude. Come on, Kemsley.
It's not like you're driving all the way to the Midwest, Kems.
You should have that nice suit jacket on here. Nice crisp white.
Yeah.
Come on.
No, don't. Get a darker one so we can dirty it up.
I know. If you're at home, follow Dave Kemsley, and this guy puts up cars like every day, and they're so clean. And it's like, how are you finding 4 clamshell wagons a week? How do you do it?
Yeah, no kidding.
But I like him. He's a super fun dude. Another super great dude.
I like Ohio. They haven't missed any of it. Thanks, guys. We appreciate the heck out of it.
Who's doing the next interview? I'll do it.
What next interview?
I was going to say, that means you got to walk and exercise down there. I'm out.
I'll tell you, I started sweating. I feel fine up here, but when I got out there, I was like, oh, my God, it's hot.
God, Decker, 80 degrees. Isn't it gorgeous here?
It's awesome.
So nice. Y'all should be out here. If you're stuck watching the snow fall in your window, ha! Joke's on you.
Yep.
Should have been in Vegas.
Suckers.
Still got time.
You still do have time, but you missed a lot of awesome stuff. There's still plenty more to come.
Wait a minute. What about our night life out on Fremont Street, Mike?
I kind of forget that.
I was asked to delete videos this morning.
Oh, boy. Careful.
Hey, You know what? The way that I look at it, if you do something that you're embarrassed about with all social media and everything today, then
that's on you.
That's on you.
We call that public execution.
Oh, God, yeah.
Well, you'll learn your lesson.
That's right.
You'll learn your lesson.
That's right.
We're talking about my wife. Go on Skinny's page and take a look at it. She's
Jeez. Great husband. Great husband. I love you, dude.
Oh, it was great, though. Last night we're all on Fremont Street. Like Cruz, shout out to John Cruz and Little Cruz there. They're here from all the way from Rockford, Illinois. But we had the Derby pit. There was legitimately 70 of us drivers and fans and people we know. We all took in front of the big stage last night, opened the whole circle up, and everybody just starts dancing, having a great time, drinking. Needless to say, we took over that center of the bar, the street. It was owning it.
Yes.
And that was cool, man. Everybody had somewhere to go.
Killer conversation. Mark Elliott,
man.
you know. Elliott the man.
Elliott, yes. He showed up here
Justin
yesterday.
Buchanan.
Yeah.
You know.
So many guys out here. So many folks.
Oh, man, I got my friends from home saying I look rough today. Do I look that rough? I didn't even party that much. I actually went to bed early. I went to bed at 11:30. McCravey, you jerk.
That's what they're saying about me. It's okay. Because I had no damn sweet tea today, and I had no lunch. I woke up.
It's called worn out.
Yeah, woke up, cleaned up, brushed the old teeth, grabbed a bottle of water, and said, I got to go to the podcast.
I pretty much just got up, showered, and walked right out the door. It's like, I got to go, babe.
Oh, no, I was done boozing. I showered before I went to bed. I was done, and no, I got up and said, oh, it's that time. 9:30 ain't bad, though. Get up and go to work, is it?
Nah.
And this ain't work.
Well, I woke up yesterday at 10:20 here. I was all screwed up, and I'm like, oh, babe, I feel like death. And she's like, it's like 1 o'clock back home, babe. And I'm like, wow, my body doesn't know what's happening right now.
No.
I'm sleeping at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Like, what the hell?
Right.
And when I get, like you guys are saying, when we go back to work this week, everybody is just going to be a dog. I lost 3 hours. I mean, it's just a dog I'm going to be. Luckily, I'm a salesman, and no one listens to anything I say anyway.
I wish I was a weatherman when I went back home because they don't work and they can always be wrong. So
That's right. How about it? All right, again, touch on this, folks. We're coming up. This is going to be Heat 4. This is going to be the last heat of the midday show. Remember, folks, we'll shut down after this, but we will be back here live at 5 p.m. Pacific time again. So, Decker, tell everybody what time that is across.
No, I'm going to let them do some math.
There you go. Hey, Google it. Google it.
2 o'clock. So tonight will be 6, 7, 8 o'clock Eastern time. That's going to be kicking off tonight, and it'll be good. I got to pick on my buddy McCravey picking on me right now because we call him Sleeping Beauty back home because he took a passenger door shot and got laid right over, and he was sleeping. And when I got over to him, he said, nah, I wasn't out, but you were out for a while, old Sleeping Beauty, so I'm catching you back because I got the mic in my mouth.
That's awesome.
Actually, I love Randy. He's a good dude. I'll tell you, though, back home in some of them compacts, some of the licks that guys take.
Oh, my God.
They're brutal. You see the bodies just take them, you know?
Yes, sir.
And Randy took a bad shot.
Compact's the worst I've ever been sore. No lie.
Yeah.
No lie.
We used to run V8 Pacers, and those things were nasty, and I got just beat up on those things. I was like, these things suck.
Yeah.
That's the thing. We got some nasty compact builders up north on them W bodies and stuff like that, and those guys just put a school on them poor people on those things. It's like we got to tame them down a little bit. It's like, hey, you guys, it's supposed to be an entry level derby, and we can't be killing the weekend builders here.
Right.
Oh, I'm getting yelled at. You guys, stop talking bad about compacts.
We never said nothing bad about
No,
compact,
I'm busting Andy Wolf back home. A buddy of ours that happened to lose his garage last week in a fire. He's been watching us all weekend, so he's busting our nuts. But let me tell you a quick story. Last year, I went to a derby I was announcing, and this guy, Andy Wolf, he come in an Avalon, and they had a bone stock V8 class. And they told him he couldn't run in the class they had. He gets stuck in this. He's like, I'm not scared, Decker. I'll take this compact out against these bone stocks. I watched this guy with an Avalon nose car after car after car. He was just eating the front of Vicks, bending them, backing up. He won the whole derby, and people were just like, what the heck?
Wow.
And I learned that night, like, that is not fair. That is not fair. A front-wheel drive Avalon was killing Old Iron, and, I mean, they were bone stock, but
that's great.
It was in one shot, It was cool to watch.
We got some good friends up in Minnesota, the Kazenbach family.
Oh, yeah.
They, good group of family there, and they'll go run their compacts against anything. They don't care, and they just put on a good show. It's like when they're done with the car, they're ready to just to wad it up, and yeah, they've gone out and done really good against the big cars.
Timmy Ellison watching from back home too. He did the same thing. He had a Camry this year and he went against V8s. I do remember that, Tim. And Tim winning in a Camry versus V8s. You know, when you're an old iron driver and you lose to a Camry, it bothers you.
I lost to a W body and a welded up Vic.
Why? More mobile, or was he bending you?
No, I was on a damn circle track and he had the traction like you wouldn't believe. You know. I couldn't climb the hill, and he was down at the bottom, and just like, you
picking you.
Son of a gun.
Yeah, picking you.
Hey, real quick, send a shout-out, too, to little Easton Smith out there in Hayes, Kansas. He says, way to keep it honky, Skinny.
I'm getting a lot of people saying they're loving watching us. Remember, we're going to be back tonight, so share it out. Share the link out. Let's get as many people as we can watching tonight.
Yeah, everybody. Yeah,
and they're going to give away over $115,000 later on tonight. You got to sit here and see who's going to take it home, who's going to have a big smile at the end of this weekend.
Say it again, Decker.
What's that?
$115,000.
That would pay my mortgage twice over.
Decker, we could stay here till next spring.
Yes, we could. I don't know if that'd be good for our bodies, but
my liver just clinched.
Just gave.
Was that
just
not funny?
up.
Muse posted up this morning looking for a liver rebuild kit in Vegas.
Oh, that's awesome.
And everybody's like, NLR.com.
That's awesome.
Heat 4, folks. Let me run it down again. We got Raw Racing. So Raw Racing is Barry Passmore Jr., and Caleb Roy, all Kentucky boys. And you got AB boys. Kyle Netzi, Hector Dick. And we got Steve Charlton, Steve Lindstrom, all Alberta, Canada. I don't know why I said British Columbia there, but I love where Hetrick's from. Lethbridge. I think it's Leatherbridge or something like that, right?
I think so.
And then just one more. You got Old Dookie, Shea Walden, Kurt Zacharias, and CJ Zacharias. North Dakota, Minnesota. Definitely.
We're going to be coming on tonight at 5 o'clock Vegas time, 8 o'clock Eastern. You know, the one thing about Vegas is, like, the air is always so fresh smelling. Everywhere I go, it's like, it smells so wonderful around here.
Organic.
Organic is right.
Hey, you know, talking about, you know, the Track Shot Live, you know, everybody out there, you know, send a link to your local county fairs and stuff like that. You know, let them see what we're doing out here. Try to get them interested so that you can come out and do all this stuff, and we can be there, you know. We're not afraid to go anywhere.
No, and we're looking to pick up some shows next year. If you want to have any of us, just hit us up. Don't hit me up today, hit me up next week, but hit me up and let's see if we can get you out there. We're pretty easy. It's roughly $3,000 to have us. You got to pay for our flights and hotels and some stuff, but actually we can work out a bunch of things. There's a lot of things that can be worked out, but we'd love to go all over the country this year and bring some more derbies from all over the country. So if you're digging us, you're having fun.
Yeah. We can go PG, we can go R, we can do triple X, whatever you guys want for your show. We can make it happen.
No, we're not doing that.
Oh, come on.
That is actually not an option.
Hire Tix and I. We'll make it happen.
No.
Bill will come with.
Yeah, Bill's always good for a good time. We saw him in Nebraska.
Nah. Bill will mute you right out. I'll be texting him so fast, it's like, mute them guys right now. Mute them guys, Bill.
To us.
Nah, just playing with you guys.
I love it. Yeah, no, for sure, folks. If you really would, just USADerbyTix.com. Hit up Decker. Hit up whoever you want, but make it happen.
Look at how it assisted Chad Markley at King of the Ring. You know, I mean, that show is just going to blow up.
That was a great show.
If that's one thing, you guys don't miss that show, King of the Ring out there. You know, the Nebraska boys did a really great job, you know, ramping up that show to what it was. Chad Markley came in, took it over, and he's killing it. It's, you know, just doing a great job with that. It's, you know, there's some premium promoters across this country. It's not you know, we're not just biased with Stir and Dirt because we're here with them, but it's there is, you know, don't be shy to go test the waters with some of these, you know, top class promoters.
You know what I love that Chad Markley does? He takes and puts like profiles up of drivers coming from different states.
Yeah.
I messaged him. I said, I love that. I love that.
Let's recognize this driver.
Yes, I loved it.
This is our last Iowa driver, our
I loved
only
it.
Iowa driver.
Yes.
Dude, I thought that was badass.
It was really good.
Yeah.
It was really good.
Shout out to Kohler Fisher watching us from Ohio.
Raw Racing, AB boys, just one more. I'm getting a lot of Canadians rooting on them AB boys.
Me too. How about the Canadians, eh?
Hey,
Let's
And
get
they've had some tough luck, so let's wish them some luck.
they have had tough luck, but you can't tell by talking to them. Their morals are still high.
Oh, you think they got a hockey team up there? I don't know if they got hockey up there, but they definitely got snow machines, Mike.
And maple syrup.
Oh, yeah. I love
Here
you,
we
Canadians.
go.
I only joke with you because I love you. And that's just it. There's some soft people that we deal with out here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
God. Because I'm just going to say, if we ain't messing with you,
That means we don't like you.
that means
yeah.
exactly
If
right.
we're picking on you, you're friends of ours.
Yeah, that's right. Ain't that right, Willie Luckner? Man.
No,
Man.
Willie gets going to get mad at you.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He will. Man.
We love Willie.
Man.
Nenzi was doing some work the other night, and I
Oh,
can't believe
dude.
how his front's looking right now.
Yes, sir. Yeah, Hetter's had some bad runs here. Battery cable, and man, he got teed off on last
He
night.
did.
And he just bent stupid.
I'd like to get Hector on tonight. I like Hector. Maybe we'll-
I got to go out there and get an interview with Hector, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, Netzi, you know, she's rolled up a little bit, but kind of set down. She tried going in front of the A-arms there, but she did, and then she didn't.
Right.
So now he's just kind of curled up, just waiting.
Tightening up.
Yeah, kind of like an old square back GM where it just kind of cobra in front of the A-arms and
Yep.
go hit all night long with it now.
You know, there's a couple of these cars that they tipped real weird, and I was really surprised they didn't go down to the ground all the way.
Yeah.
You know, we got one car down out here that's running low. You know, it buckled in a funny spot, but
Right? Do you think nobody wants to hit somebody here because they're all kind of working together in a way, eh?
yeah.
But like really slow pace here, like nobody's. You would thought they were just bringing the wood to bring it. Oh, Hector says I want some of old Zacharias. There comes Shea Bob, give him a little door ding.
Got a bunch of guys from Great Britain watching, England watching, Scotland watching.
Oh, that's awesome.
We got people watching from all the way over there.
Thank you for watching across the
Yes.
pond. Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Thank you.
Like Randy Macho Man Savage.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Snap in the stern dirt. I won't lie, I'm pulling for my north of the border fans here. I do love my Canadian friends. I love them all, but I really want to see these guys do good too. All of them I want to see do good. But that's my team, Mike. That's who I'm picking.
That's it. That's where it is.
Hey, Sweets, where are we going for lunch?
Yeah, I got to figure that out.
Just to your room?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got sugars and sweets.
Okay. You got any of them sweets left from the other night?
Yeah, I do.
Did you ever eat all that chocolate you bought?
No, I've been nibbling on it.
Oh,
That
okay.
stuff. What was the name of that place here? Moose or something? Chocolate.
Moose Knuckle Convention?
Yeah.
Oh,
Deep
the
Skin?
The chocolate.
Skin, you know, as soon as I put my head down, I got to, you know, you perk my ears always. Like,
No,
damn it, Skin.
I thought we shut him off, Tix.
Yeah.
I'm about to shut you
Phil,
off.
Phil, what
It's,
do you
I'm going to shut you off at 1 o'clock. That doesn't affect it.
Well, you can't hear me then, babe.
How about the gag ball? Does that affect you?
Come on, you guys.
Oh, we're
Am I going to have to bring Ben back up
Oh
here?
my God, we got we got an official meeting in the middle of the track. What happened, guys? Uh-oh.
Dell.
It's looking serious.
Dell's a big dude.
Oh, he is.
If you guys see Dell out there on the track, he is,
You see him just step over the wall?
dude, he is a true mountain man. I love following him on Facebook. He like always
A
hunting
veteran?
and stuff. Yeah, dude, he's got some amazing stories.
He'd probably shoot you at 4 miles away.
He has awesome stories of that.
Yeah.
He was a sniper. And
like the other day, his memories came up of when he killed that 170-pound mountain lion.
Yes.
And carried it out on his shoulders
Yes.
like he already had it as a scarf.
Dude.
That's badass.
He showed
bro.
me the video of that. It was amazing.
Oh yeah,
The shot on the edge of the mountain.
Yeah.
And he shot it with a bow, and then it dropped off the edge
Yeah.
of the. Oh my gosh, what a video!
Yeah, because he followed and tracked it all the way to the edge, and it had no more to go.
And they were 5 feet away from this thing, snarling and putting its claws up, and it was like it was trying to claw them. It was an amazing video,
It
right?
was something because his one buddy was recording, had the mountain lion's attention while Dell slipped in to put the shot on him.
Oh,
sorry, Mike.
It was a good video.
We're all tangled up here today.
Yeah, it is.
We got to fix these cords because they are tangled. Wonder what they were telling Dookie. Can we get an insight on that?
Yeah, I don't know that. Zacharias with a good shot on Nenzi all the way down on the end of the track.
Hector's dead in the water here.
I think Steve Nystrom might not have steering. Oh, Hector gets going.
Hector got it going again.
Hector bending down on the driver's side front rail.
The track is way better with water on it.
Yeah.
They got to get some water. Stay in the water to it. Look how tacky it is up there. Now you can't really lose it because you're at the asphalt.
Right.
Legitimately, there's 3 inches in some spots out there, and then they're on the asphalt.
Right. Everyone kind of taking their time.
Yeah, nobody wants to go crazy.
Oh, here comes Zacharias. Oh, what a shot.
Oh, my goodness.
He got Nystrom good. Oh, Nystrom's front bumper almost in the dirt.
On the ground almost.
Oh, Zacharias bent him downwards.
Oh, he did. Thanks for watching, Scott. Appreciate you.
Hector, no movement out of Hector. Shea Bob buried. Got it out.
Kentucky boys are staying clean, trying to stay out of a dogfight for sure.
Your wife won money, Decker.
My wife won money? Ooh, I like to hear the sound of that. She's been killing it. She won 900 last night.
Round 3, I won 180. Our group is on fire. Heading back at 1 p.m. for round 4.
Come on, mama.
Did you know?
She won 900 last night. It was awesome.
She does pretty good out here.
She's so lucky.
Bubbles used to be the same way.
Yeah.
Bubbles been on a shitty run.
My old lady will walk around and be like, this one, and she sits down, $125. She'll, this one, and she'll win 240. It's just nuts. And then I sit down, and it's like money's gone.
Yeah.
She'll say, babe, you pick one. And it's like, okay, let us waste some money here. I am very unlucky.
The only gambling I'm good at the casino is I go to the change machine, change in for 20 bucks worth of quarters, then go to the change machine and cash it back in. That's the only way I can win.
That's how I feel pretty much.
And then go to the buffet.
Yeah.
or the
Oh,
bar.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's one thing. We haven't had any real good eats out here this
No.
year. We've been
No.
busy. We've been
Yeah.
running. By the time we're done, it's like, let's go hit the bar.
Well, and at night, man, it's midnight, and there's no, you can't go get a good steak dinner after midnight. You know? Red flag. So CJ Zacharias down on that far end. I think he lost steering. He's going back and forth in the number 12. Shea Bob's still moving. Shea Bob. Shea Walden. Last year I watched Shea Walden win $26,000 in Utah for first place, and I remember Gumby writing in the check and handing it to him, and as soon as he went to go put it in his hands, Shea's wife just grabbed that check right out of his hands, and she had a big old smile on her face, and it was cool. It was cool to see the wife so happy for her husband winning the money. It was cool. I have a couple guys stuck here.
Yeah, if you ever want to test your liver, you know, don't be shy to go see Shay and Dookie's camp.
They could build a fort with the boxes they have over there of 30 railers.
They definitely keep the liquor store in business.
They should have just brought a keg.
Yeah.
It would have saved them. Multiples.
And if you ever think you can drink a lot, go meet Shay.
I agree.
Great, good, fun camp, though. You got Pig.
They're so fun. They're so fun. Every time Shay calls my name, I hear him, Ducker. I know I'm just going to start laughing every time, you know. And he'll always say, like, get me on an interview. And it's like, I don't know, Shay. I get cringeworthy sometimes, you know, because he says some funny stuff.
And
Shay gets out.
That is a zero filtered person.
No, he's great. Dookie helps Shay get out. Side by side, coming around the corner.
Boy, this would be awesome, man. I'm all for all these guys winning. But this is cool how this is going to play out, guys.
Passmore's stuck.
I was just going to say, Passmore's stuck.
Bummer.
It looks like it could be 2-on-2.
Shay's got an A-frame on the top. Looks like it's falling apart.
Oh, you got one Kentucky left in there.
K21 of Caleb Roy out of Nancy, Kentucky gets loose. He should go. Passmore's almost out.
He's got a down tire on the
Oh,
left.
yeah. He's spinning in his rim.
God, Steve Nunstrom just plowing. Look at that front end. That's the first one we can say went down all weekend.
Yep.
Oh, Dookie got him.
And it just went down some more.
Oh, look at that clip pointing downwards. Wow, if we could get our camera to get a catch of that 31, the front end of that, unbelievable. Shay losing a tire.
It is literally leveling the track.
Yeah, right, Mike? We don't even have to pay for that extra grader. Shay Bob looking good, man. And, man, I thought he was wound up and balled up last night, Mike.
Yeah.
And he put it together. Dookie's holding his own.
Dookie's definitely trying to stay out of trouble there. And trouble just found him.
Yeah, here he is. 31 still making contact. Steve's still getting it. Man, that's just an axle breaking.
Yes.
Look at that thing. Wow. Yeah, you're right, Mike. Shay Bob, look at that left front. About ready to fall off. He's going to lay it down. He may be stuck there. Better watch it.
Oh. Dookie went down a tire. He's got
Shay Bob's got to come help Dookie out of the hole. Nedsy's still doing well. Steve's still doing well for the AB boys. Nedsy in the left front. Shay Bob. Nedsy trying to refire. He got to refire. Comes Shay Bob. They're not looking for shots here, Mike. They're looking to pin.
They just want to get somebody stuck. They
That's
They
right.
want to save their car for the show.
Yeah, these guys ain't going to wear themselves out. They're just going to try to stick them. Dig and stick. Dig and stick. That's all they want to do.
Yeah, but they're smart. They're staying out of that soft spot of that track. They know it. You know, these drivers, they're figuring the track out. They know where the holes are.
Okay, Dookie put a shot on Kyle. Steve's still going.
Wow, he just hit that postal rear right in the back of that housing with that low bumper on Dookie. He hit him right in that rear end.
Got Dookie pinned down.
Uh-oh, Shea's going to follow him in and hold him. If Shea can get over to him. Oh, nope, everyone gets loose. You gotta be careful letting someone follow you in.
Shea Bob lost that left front, laid down on him.
Left laid.
Laid back up. He's so lucky right now. Ain't no joke, that number 7 and old Shea Bob there, huh?
No.
That 191 and that 7 has ran a lot of derbies together,
my
my
gosh.
friend. And if you probably put their numbers together,
Sorry.
that's probably how many wins that Shea Bob has alone.
Yep.
That is great. Them guys have worked people over for years.
I'll tell you what, a nasty team was when Andy Hansen would run all over with those guys. That was a pretty unbeatable combination.
Right.
You know, it's like you show up to a show and them guys were there. It's like, well, I guess 4th place ain't all that bad.
You know, how many cars, if you were to line up all the cars in a row, it would be like as far as the eye could see of how many irons they've wrecked, you know, the two of them. Good iron, you know.
You know, you're talking about father-son stuff, that Andy Hansen and his boy up north there, you know. They amazing father-son team, you know. They were down at Mayhem that year, the last year that you and I ran down their skin, and Darby and his buddy and Andy just pointed at my car, and Darby jumped on that thing, and he was just kicking ass fixing my car for the feature, and,
that's cool.
And just a smart kid, and I tell you what, Andy and his wife, they raised a very respectable kid, you know, also too, just, you know, high class there.
That's cool. Nenzi's been kicking some ball. Look at the front, just been rolling up nice and tight.
Just locked in.
Yeah.
Just locked in.
He's trying to hold it here. If he can make it for his buddies, huh?
And he really hasn't made bad shots. He's been smart.
No, and the thing is, he's got the car, man. If Shea Bob has to dump that left front, Shea Bob's going to be in trouble. Dookie, he's fighting suspension now himself.
Yeah. I think Dookie might have lost steering.
Andy Anderson watching from home.
Good shot, Kyle Netzi.
Justin Kubiak just said, Decker, I'm playing bingo with your old lady watching the Derby.
That's awesome.
That's cool, Justin.
Just nobody has given up.
Show Me Sliders giving a deal out. Take a look at Show Me Sliders. They're giving a deal out. Extra money going to go help San Filippo if you buy a slider over the next month. So if you get a few extra minutes, go take a look at that and help us raise some extra money.
That's awesome, Corey Lunnington. Awesome, bud.
Thanks, buddy.
If you guys, I got guys asking, how do we get to this event? Go on Stirring Dirt's Facebook page, Stirring Dirt. You can find rules. You can get all that information. Or, of course, you can message Gumby or Johnny Golo.
God, Netsy's just rolled up.
Oh, look at it flexing, though. Ooh.
And Steve Nynstrom in that 31 just will not quit, and he's plowing for a while now.
I had to jinx him and say that no cars went down. I apologize about that, man.
How does a wipeout work? A wipeout is really a last chance. It's just anybody that doesn't make the feature, you get split up. There's no more teams, and it's just a one and done. Whoever's the winner is going to win a couple grand tonight. It's just for these guys to junk their cars before they go home and to add a little bit of a show.
And I'll tell you what, you watch some of the Utah shows, the wipeouts are some of the most action-packed events. These guys are out there, they're putting it all out there and just sending it.
Thanks for watching, Jackson Gregory from Nebraska. Appreciate it. Rooting on Nebraska strong. Thanks, Skip. Appreciate it, RJ, and I agree. Ontario, Canada in the house. Chad Saylor, thanks, brother. Appreciate you watching from Texas. Dustin Hamilton says, looks like Skinny needs some crown. Man, what a battle. Kudos to all these guys.
Yeah.
Nenzi's impressive, man.
Oh, he's got Shea Bob dug in.
Got him.
He's got him dug in, guys. If Shea knows if he hits the gas, he is stuck like Chuck.
Look how patient Shea is. Not even touching the gas.
He's waiting for Nedzi to get that bumper off him. Here comes Dookie to clean up somebody. Get him off his buddy. Oh, and he comes out. Look at that. He knew. Don't hit the gas while Nedzi's on me.
Great patience,
And
Shea
in
Bob.
the worst part of the track.
Great patience. Yeah, Utah in a team derby, I watched Nenzi qualify for the feature all by himself. His teammate didn't make it out, and they whooped on him and whooped on him and whooped on him, and he still made it.
Shea Bob got up over that tire.
Extremely impressed with Nenzi.
And look at that sucker just, there it is.
Oh,
there
he lost
is.
it.
Off completely.
I thought it was off a minute a second ago. There it is. Now he's in trouble.
Tire's gone on the track.
Now Nedzi needs to watch it or he's going to be on that sucker. There you go, Nedzi. Put them both in there. He's dug in. God, Shea Bob. And Steve got a hard shot on that right front by Dookie. And look at, he's got him locked up now. Now Steve ain't getting around so easy staring. Dookie took that away from him.
Oh, Dookie just took a tire, though.
Took a tire.
His left front. His left front. Dookie got. Oh, they got him in the corner. They've got him pinned down, guys.
What an ending here.
Hey, you want me to go? I'm going to go on there?
You want to?
Yeah, I will just grab it. All right, y'all. Thanks for watching. Skinsy is going to do on the live trackside.
Skin's going to race down and do a little trackside interview there. That was an amazing ending.
So hopefully by tonight we can do on tracks every time.
Yeah.
We'll raise production value a little bit here. You know, it's tough because we get into a rhythm up here, and then it's like, oh shoot, we forgot about doing on tracks, or I forgot about talking about this person because I get into a rhythm talking with you guys. You know?
Absolutely, absolutely.
We definitely try to zing people in and out.
That's it, shut them down, shut them down, shut them down.
Thank you, Skin.
Moving on to the finals from heat number 4.
All right. We're going to do an on-track interview. Skinny's on his way out there, and we'll see who Skinny gets for us. And we're going to take a couple hours off. Right now it's 1:24. We're coming back at 5 o'clock. We'll actually be back 4:45. So, well, let's get Skinny's on his way out there. Who's he going to get?
I just seen on the phone Jake Lanou from yesterday that popped up again. There's another one, the Lanou family out there running. You know,
I love that family. When the old man won this year, and they were putting a cool picture of him driving it at home and stuff. It's like, dude, I mean, what a family.
That is
what
exactly it. Yeah, they're just really neat, down-to-earth people.
Again, I envy that. Like, how cool would it be? I mean, how proud are you of your dad winning something like that? And, you know, and his old man ain't no young pup, you know?
No.
Got me, Decker.
Hold on 1 second. Go ahead, Skin.
All right, you got Skinny here doing a live track interview here. I got Kyle Nezia in the number N here. What you got to say about that, bud?
That was a hell of a drive, and Dookie and Shea, I've seen them drive all the time, watching on TV, and they usually come on top, so it feels pretty good.
Oh, you know you got two of the best right there. You guys were trying to work over on that one. But you guys got through it. Now I got to say, Steve, hell of a run there, bud, and
thanks,
you were
buddy.
plowing dirt a long time with that front end. I couldn't steer worth a crap, but hey, it worked out.
Now you got to change the motor for Charlton's car.
All right, and Hector, what do you got to say, big dog? You were in it again. You're having a rough go this weekend.
Yeah, I guess I just got to figure out my motor a little better, and I don't know. Other than that, I'm glad I got good teammates.
You guys are in the next round. Congrats to all you guys and way to make it happen. Congrats, guys.
Thank you, sir.
You're very welcome.
Oh, man, Skinny kills it.
Yeah, he does.
You know, every time I listen to you guys, it's like, you know, I realize that I'm slowly fading.
Oh,
You guys are so
whatever.
good.
Whatever. You know, the beautiful thing about Skinny and you is you guys know all these people and names and everything like that. And I apologize. I am like the worst person with names. Like, you know, Tori Schutte told me that, you know, you see somebody, you know, he'll remember a name and it's just ground in his head. I am just horrible with names. I know faces, and I can tell you what cars you drive, what numbers you run.
Yeah.
I can crap like that, but, you know,
Your
I
face
forget
eludes
names.
me. Yeah. Well, and that's funny because I'm the same way, actually. I'm not that great with names. A lot of people come up to me, and it's like, oh, man, I've seen this guy before, but I don't remember the names, you know. But when I first started this, I remember it was a little overwhelming because there were so many people's names, and Chris Marquardt is the Rain Man. He would remember everybody's name. And I remember saying to him, how do you remember these guys? But what I realized is after the years start to progress, you become friends with all these guys. So, like, Hector, now I remember the first time I ever met Hector. But now, like, Hector's just – I'm natural with Hector or whoever. And a couple years later, now I feel like I got, like, 5,000 Derby friends. I really feel like they're my friends, you know. And by next year, Tix, you're going to know every single one of these guys, you know.
You ain't kidding, Decker. That's a long run out there to run back.
I told you. Hey, you killed it.
Thank you.
It was great. I like how you mixed it around. It was awesome, dude.
Yeah, I didn't want to go to Dookie, though.
It's okay.
I've never seen Dookie so upset.
Oh, was he?
He has some choice words.
Yeah.
So he's a little upset about what happened there.
Yeah.
Hey.
It was a battle, man.
That was a battle, and that's
Yeah.
Derby, and you don't see Dookie go off too often. But I said, okay, I'll leave that interview out here. Dookie, we don't want to see Dookie in that form.
No, great. No, and Dookie's a great guy. And listen, we all get upset sometimes. You need time to chill, but
They're going to change an engine, you heard.
who's that?
AB, one of the guys got they got an engine down. So they're going to try to change an engine, before tonight, you guys.
3 hours, 4 hours.
3 hours, so that's all we got. We got to get some lunch, guys.
Yeah, that's it. We're going to catch back up with us 5 o'clock. It's almost 2, so you got about 3 hours before you're going to catch back up with us.
Pacific Standard Time, folks.
Yes, great action tonight. Again, we're giving away $115,000 later tonight. You can't miss it. And do us a favor. Make sure you share the links. Get people watching it for us.
Yes.
Bouncing?
Yeah,
Want to
we're
go grab
done.
something to eat?
Again, from the morning show, Tix Decker. Who? Tix
I had
Decker,
a
Skinny,
feeling that
Bill,
was coming.
everybody stirring dirt. Thanks for watching the morning show. We'll see you back here at 5 p.m., folks. A few hours. Holla.
Peace.